before the judge. They do all those, hearings before they get to the actual court case and everything. Like Rex Heuermann is doing hearings right now, the Gilgo Beach killer.
Alleged.
His wife does not believe it.
You don't want to get sued.
No. That's another one. At some point, we got to talk about the Gilgo Beach doc.
Yeah.
Maybe next week. His wife is such a character.
Like in a good way?
She's like, this is total bullshit. They're like,
what the fuck?
They're like, he killed people. Like, all the people died while you were on vacation with your kids, but not him. He stayed home from the vacations, and there were murders. She was like, who's to say?
Yeah, says who?
Says who? They were like, they literally found instructions on a Word doc on his computer. She was like, I have no knowledge that those were his.
Computers get hacked every day.
They were like, it was done with the keyboard. It was made with the keyboard attached to the computer. She was like, I don't know anything about that. They're like, we're telling you about it right now. But so that's on Peacock. We'll talk about it. But this Minnesota assassin, he went to court and he told the judge that he couldn't afford an attorney, claiming he only had a part-time job that brought in $540 a week. He said, I make $540 a week. I'm going to need a state's, attorney. I'm going to need a representative. You said if I couldn't afford one would be assigned to me.
A public defender?
I want a public defender, please. I've heard they're cheaper. And they're like, are you sure? This is kind of like a tattoo. Like with lawyers, you're probably... You don't want to go and find a deal. You know what I mean? Generally speaking, people aren't looking to find a deal on lawyers. But he said, look, I make $540 a week. What do you want from me? They're like, well, you had a lot of guns for a guy who makes $540 a week. I make $540 a week. I can't afford a lawyer, he said. Then he did. They asked him. It took him not a lot of questions. But he did admit that he owned a home and has between $20,000 and $30,000 in his bank accounts. Which if you just got $20, $30K sitting cash, I mean... That's rich in my book.
Yeah.
It's definitely lawyer money. Plus, you get one of those lawyers that they don't get paid unless you win. I see those on TV all the time.
Okay.
You can get a lawyer that doesn't get paid unless you win. So that's probably what I would do.
Or get one of those Bono lawyers.
Pro bono?
Yeah.
You mean you're going to get somebody, because when you said Bono lawyers, I figured like one of those lawyers who's like bad at skiing.
You know what? Yeah.
But pro bono, you mean like you think there's probably maybe some like law scholar that will take on this case due to like a feeling of, well, I have to do it.
Yeah.
For the right of the law.
Maybe he feels like he was unjustly arrested.
Yeah, he's innocent.
Yeah, he's innocent. See that guy in the clip? His face looks nothing like that.
That's not me.
Yeah.
That's someone else. They're like, it's clearly you.
In a mask.
Listen, that's not me. That guy's bald.
That guy's wearing a cowboy hat. Do you see a cowboy hat on me?
I'm not wearing a cowboy hat. I make $540 a week. I'm not buying cowboy hats. I mean, it's like, it's very strange because like on one end, they go, he's a homeowner and has $30K in the bank. And on the other end, they're like, he makes $540 a week. On one end, they're like, we caught his wife and she was like driving. On the other end, they're like, here's his roommate crying. So it's like, wait, who is this person?
It can be all of them.
You got a roommate and a wife, and you make $540, and you got $30K?
Sure.
How are you saving $30K? I guess if you have a roommate, it's easier.
Maybe you own the house, and you're renting out this room to this big fat guy.
Well, first of all, his weight has nothing to do with it.
I'm just telling you who
But
I'm
then he's a
talking about.
tenant, not a roommate. If you're renting the room out to him, you'd say, I have a tenant, not, you say, this is my tenant, not this is my roommate.
Yeah, but if he's an old friend, you don't want to mix like business with friendship. You know? So you're just like, yeah, he's my roommate.
So
he pays me some money. He helps out with
So you don't want to mix
the mortgage.
business with friendship, so you call it a roommate, but you still, the business part of it, you still do. He still gives you money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you're trying to get that $30K.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. No, it makes sense when you say it like that.
Plus, I want to know what the hell happened to the wife. So she gets pulled over.
Yo, nobody talks about her anymore.
What happened?
It just feels like one of those things going like, oh yeah, that was some other lady. This guy doesn't have a wife. He's got a weird tenant roommate guy.
She had like 10 grand in cash and passports for the kids.
Yeah, no, but like that came out on like Sunday night. They were like on the way to. That's one of the ways that they got this guy. They got the wife with a lot of cash and guns, and then it's been days. Nobody said one word about her.
Like, all right, drive safe.
They say that he texted his family, "Dad went to war last night. I don't want to say more because I don't want to implicate anybody." I mean,
That's a nice guy.
first of all, he didn't go to war.
Well, you
The
know.
level of the heightened level of importance that these like supervillains in their heads put on what they're doing. It's time to do this. Everyone's going to read. Everybody's going to forget about you by the end of the week.
He had to do what's best for his country.
What?
In his mind, I'm saying.
Is that what he thought he was doing?
If he's saying Dad went to war last night,
Oh, that's what you go to war for, I guess. Yeah. Okay. He also sent his wife a separate text around the same time saying, we see that again.
what's up?
He texted his family, and then he texted his wife.
Yeah, sure. I have a family group text, and then I have a text with my wife.
Is she on the family group text?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So the wife got the first text and then got a personal text.
Well, yeah, like, I mean, sometimes, like, I don't want to bother, Riley with some stuff, so I'm just like, hey, can you pick up a DiGiorno? And
Smart.
I just send that straight to my wife.
Is it because you don't want to bother your daughter, or is it because you don't want your daughter to have to deal with the humiliation that her dad eats DiGiornos?
What's so humiliating about that? It's pizza.
I mean,
Everybody loves pizza.
everybody loves pizza, but the idea of like, I just remember being 16,
Sure.
and like the idea of my dad texting my mom going like, "Hey, can you pick me up a DiGiorno's?"
Oh,
It'd
you'd be like,
tough.
oh, yeah, can you get me one, too?
I would want one, but
Right.
also it would kind of strip away the sort of, almost John Wayne type father
There's
role
none of that
you would have.
in this
Okay.
house.
Okay.
No, we're living in a modern...
It's a more modern family. You're Cam. I see. I got you. That makes more sense now when you put it that way. Okay.
I didn't say that.
Okay. No, I got it.
So, yeah, then he texts his wife.
And texts his wife, "Words are not going to explain how sorry I am for this situation. You did it. There's going to be some people coming to the house armed and trigger happy. I don't want you guys around."
Yeah, so see, he probably doesn't want to text that to his kids.
Because they get freaked out?
Yeah.
Is he talking about like the FBI or something?
Probably.
Trigger happy?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think that they would be trigger happy.
You saw what they did to George Floyd.
That's what he's thinking?
Yeah.
I didn't realize he was woke like that. Good looking out, dude. He probably was inspired by that David Guetta song
Probably. Yep.
when he cured racism with that DJ set.
That's right. I remember that. How can you forget?
His wife was found with $10,000 in cash and passports. That was what we were just saying. He went to he wore the cowboy hat, by the way, after the shootings. He went to the bank wearing a cowboy hat and emptied in his name and used some of the cash to buy an old Buick and an e-bike.
Yeah.
I guess that's his thinking, like, okay, but if it gets a little dicey, this Buick ain't going to cut it. I'll use my e-bike. The Buick was later found abandoned with a note to the FBI saying his name was, Dr. Vance Luther Bolter.
I didn't know he was a doctor.
I doubt he's a doctor.
Okay. Wow.
And he was the shooter at large in Minnesota, and that you can find me on my e-bike. Yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, that's kind of this whole thing just feels like it gets weirder and weirder. Like, there's so much... I don't remember a case like this where there was just so much doublespeak happening, where you're like, what is going on? And then his poor roommate, I guess, didn't see it coming at all.
Well, yeah. I mean, would you see it coming?
If it was somebody that I saw every day, Travis, that was doing something crazy...
We already went over this last week, and we
I
all
would see
agreed it was
coming.
Mike.
Okay, that's right. Sorry. You're right. Sorry. Mike. Sorry. Yeah, this is... Okay, now they're saying watching this is supposed roommate of the Minnesota assassin gives eerily vibes. Oh, so they're saying he might not be the roommate, or there might be more going on.
That's what Johnny Maga says.
Oh, I didn't read the. Okay, I didn't read the user account. Johnny Maga's suspicious.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
well, I'll leave it to Johnny Maga. Let's hear the roommate dealing with this.
Jordan. So I just want to let you know that I love you guys both, and I wish it hadn't gone this way. I don't want to say anything more and implicate you in any way, because you guys don't know anything about this. But I love you guys, and I'm sorry for all
Two
the
I love
trouble
yous.
this has caused.
Well, you already think that's weird.
Wow.
I mean, he was a loving, caring guy. You know, loved his family, loved his
Can you
friends.
pause for a
Oh,
second?
you stopped crying real quick.
These crocodile tears on this guy. What the hell is going on
I
with
don't
this
believe him at all.
case?
You know what? Johnny Mag has got a point.
I think there's just but however, I don't think. I think there's a whole bunch of people that are just they're just all weirdos. You know what I mean? None of them know how to act like human beings. I'm trying to read the text. I'm trying to. Yeah, you know, he was an interesting guy. He was an interesting guy. I don't want to implicate you. And I'm glad he didn't. I'm glad that he didn't implicate us. And I think that
He's a real good guy. Never saw it coming.
yeah, I work at Papa John's.
Oh, is that a shirt?
He's got a Papa John's shirt
Nice.
on.
So he's either a big fan, or
He might just be a supporter of the brand. That's true.
or that's where he works.
Wouldn't that be great if he was like, man, I never saw this coming. It was like, I mean, surprises happen every day. Like when we started doing stuffed crust at the Papa John's, it was a huge surprise, you know?
Like, I really didn't think the Shack was going to come back.
Yeah. People think that the Shack-a-roni is just a regular pepperoni pizza. It's not.
It's not. It's so much bigger.
It's not. It's huge.
I got to get an extra bag to carry
about-
it in the car.
Think about how big Shack is.
Anyway, never saw this coming.
Oh, yeah, I thought, I got to go to work, guys. I got to go to Papa John's.
If you want to talk to me again, just order a pizza.
I wonder if that's where this guy was working with. I wonder if they work together. Because
Oh.
$5.40 a week feels like about what you'd make part-time at Papa John's.
You know what? That's not a bad guess.
Especially because he seems like a douche, so he probably didn't.
Who?
The shooter?
Okay, yeah.
He seems like a douche, so he probably didn't do well with tips.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the Papa John's drivers that's probably where they make their boatload.
Their bread and butter?
Yeah, that's probably their bread and butter. Is all the tips.
Bread and garlic butter.
That's right. That's right.
Garlic butter.
You gotta love that garlic butter song. Let's listen to a little bit more.
Loved God, and
Oh,
I don't know why he did what he did.
the what he did.
It's just, it's not fans. No one will believe this. No one that grew up. He had lots of friends, trust me. And
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
wish I could have been there.
I'll tell you what. Hit pause.
This is so bad.
I'll tell you what. If I had lots of friends, I would pick the big guy from Papa John's to live with.
Yeah, lots of friends.
I have pick of the litter. He picked me as the roommate.
No, he did so many girls.
He like
So.
chicks, like all kinds of chicks, like chicks everywhere. They were like, "Oh, is Vance here?" And I was like, "No, he's not here right now." And they were like, "Oh man."
I love your pizza.
And then I was like, anyway, I'm going to the Papa John's. They were like, oh, can I come with you? Sir, should we leave? This feels like a waste of our time, sir. Trust me. He had so many friends. Everybody loved him. And because there's no way you could just look at his face and go, that's not a guy everybody loved. You know? Like
Who,
even,
the suspected assassin?
yeah, even before the shooting. I wouldn't have looked at it and gone like, oh, well, if it isn't the most popular guy in Minnesota.
He's got a creepy face.
Right. You can't. Even if somebody is not creepy, they're the best dude ever, but they have a creepy face, you just can't be around that all the time. Jimmy in Staten Island. What's up, Jimmy?
What's that? At first, the roommate sounded like High Pitch Eric from fucking Howland.
Who's high pitch? Who's high pitch?
I'm High Pitch. I like Kelly Clarkson.
It really was.
Cock.
Thank you, Jimmy. High pitch pretended to be Kelly Clarkson. Really, I mean, they deserve a Marconi Award for that. Who's high pitch? I'm Kelly Clarkson. It'll just never get old. So I feel like I rarely do we find a case where we know who the suspect is, we know who his roommate is, we know who his wife is, we have all this information, we know what his motive was, and are still just beyond confused. Like nothing makes sense about any of this.
You're confused?
Totally confused.
All right.
But it's probably just a group of like weirdos who do things that don't make
Yeah,
sense.
these are just average, normal people.
Just regular,
Really?
regular popular people.
Well, yeah, they have a lot of friends.
Regular people. If there's anything irregular about us, it's that we're like super popular, like more so than one would think.
He had a lot of friends. I actually have a lot of friends too.
Yeah, you know? And people think, oh, you work at the Papa John's. You probably don't have a lot of friends. They're very mistaken.
Yeah, not true at all.
I meet people all the time. Papa John's is huge in Minnesota. I don't know if you guys know that. It's becoming a national story, but I meet people all the time. I'm delivering.
Sir, we're talking about your roommate?
Oh, yeah. He sent this text. Let me read it to you. Matt in South Carolina.
Yeah, that guy sounds just like Big A, blubbering and crying on the phone.
He does. Thank you, Matt. It really is. It's a wild, wild thing. 866-969-1969 is our phone number this morning. Or if you're listening on the app, you can touch the little phone icon. So while we try to figure this out, we are waiting. I mean, if the clips are any indication of what we're in store for, there's a podcast drop coming today that feels like it's going to be an all-timer. Tucker's got Ted Cruz, and Tucker's going off the ranch. Tucker is in Tucker business, and it seemed like, you know, we were talking yesterday about how he has been vocally disapproving of what Trump is doing. And I would suspect even more so as Trump continues to, you know, kind of cozy up and go from, no, we're not going to be involved in this conflict between Israel and Iran to being like, yeah, we'll probably be involved in this. And everybody going, why? Like, this, don't be involved in this. Like, and when I say everybody, I mean everybody. Like, you know, Democrats who don't like Trump are being like, this is why we were afraid of Trump. And conservatives, they're like, I know that's why you guys were afraid of Trump, but we thought he was going to like focus on fixing things in America.
No new wars.
Yeah, and all he's doing is like sending ICE into major cities so he can cause conflicts, and like then going, hey, maybe I'll get involved in this war. So yesterday we were listening to Tucker, kind of, you know, still very politely going, you know, this is not good. Like, Trump's going to blow this. He's blowing it right now. This is wrong.
But no one hears him because he's not on a major network.
And then, and then Trump goes, tell him to get on a TV network and maybe somebody will hear him. Which twofold. It's like, number one, you're taking shots at Tucker. And number two, that's antithetical to what you've said about mainstream media this entire time. Like,
Tucker supported him.
Completely supported him.
And as soon as he doesn't agree with something, it's like, oh, turn on him.
Yeah, you're a failure. And like, you know, also not for nothing, alternative media is kind of, you know, what many people think got Trump elected to begin with. But whatever. I mean, once the battle is happening, the battle is happening. So like last night,
This was just a few months ago.
I mean, that's crazy. We're looking at a photo from February of this year, February, right before Valentine's Day. And it's at the White House, and it's Trump, and he's hanging with Elon and Tucker, and they're both wearing whimsically large MAGA hats. They're the big red, you know, they're these jumbo-sized hats. You know, it's funny, because it's bigger than a normal hat. And like and Elon has this smile, and Tucker is like mouth open, having the time of his life. And who would have thought that the turn in an instant would happen this quick? That like 1 minute you've got Elon being like, "Hey, by the way, Trump is in the Epstein files," and then 2 weeks later, Tucker is like, "I don't think that's my guy anymore." And you're going, What's going on? How did this happen? I don't think anybody saw this coming. I mean, it'd be one thing, you know, whether you thought he was going to be successful or not, but the idea that like these are the people. These are the like core Trump people that all of a sudden are being like, no, we're actually principled, whether you agree with us or not. This is what we think, and he's fucking shit up.
And we're only 5 months into his second term.
5 months. It feels like it's... If you had told me Trump is wrapping up his second term, I'd be like, yeah, that's about right.
It certainly feels that way.
It feels like we've done the 4 years, doesn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it was Biden's first 4 months, really. It's only been this long.
How could it have only been 4 months? Yeah, you're right. We're still in year one. How is that?
We're not even halfway through.
We're not even halfway
It's the
through.
halfway mark.
How is that possible?
Crazy.
How is that even possible? And now we're already 6 months into year one. Tucker's like, fuck that guy. Elon's like, fuck that guy. Like, what?
Alex Jones is like, fuck that guy.
He is?
Yeah, he's not happy. He doesn't want to
Wow.
go to war.
Wow. Rogan's going to be like, fuck that guy next.
Man.
That's crazy. Brian in Florida. What's up, Brian?
Hey, what's up, Sam? How are you today?
Good.
So it's interesting to see, this will take a second, but I'll try to be brief. There's a thing called the Clausewitz Triad that, military historians use to look at the way war is sort of enacted. So if you put 3 points of an equilateral triangle and you say, this is the tendency of the people on one point, the government on another, and the military on a third.
Sure.
In a balanced society, that triangle remains equilateral.
Sure.
But when you're trying to provoke war, you typically want to, gin up support in one of those 3 points. And the tendency of the people is the thing that's usually the easiest. So one of the ways to do that is to say, there's an existential threat, or
weapons of mass destruction,
way of life.
Weapons of mass
destruction.
Yeah.
Correct. Then generate some hatred. These are terrorists. Whatever. It's crazy to watch it in 2025. Generally speaking, the press was part of that propaganda machine in the past and would sort of help gin up support for that. So to see Ted Cruz go on a show like Tucker Carlson's and get lambasted and prevent the propaganda from happening is crazy.
It is.
But, and I'm sorry not to go too long, but it links back to that previous story as well. Like the culture war we're in with Trump as the administrator, whether you like him or not, regardless, the political atmosphere is that same sort of propaganda thing where you're creating existential threats and dehumanizing people to where then any action can be taken against them. And it's crazy. But my point was, it's wild to watch Tucker, who I think people specifically on the left would have said, this is a guy that is going to support war and support conservative stuff, to bring Ted Cruz on and just shit on him. Not knowing the makeup of Iran is crazy. And I'll punch out. I appreciate you guys. Love all of you. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Yeah, it's like, because I wonder, like, it's enough. We'll play the clip in a minute, obviously. It's enough that it's like, remember when Mark Cuban was like, actually, I like this Elon. Like, I feel like, Mark Cuban's going to be like, this Tucker guy's pretty good.
It's crazy.
And I wonder, like, do you think Ted Cruz was like, Tucker's a friend?
We can take my side.
Yeah, we'll just go on and, like, blow smoke up each other's asses for a while. And that's what we should do. And then he shows up, and it's not that at all.
It backfired.
And it's great that it happened to Ted Cruz.
Of course.
You know what I mean? Like, because also then it's like, no, all the, like, because, like, Tucker Carlson is a real cult of personality guy. Like, people, like, love that dude.
Sure.
And so the idea that now Tucker is using that kind of power to be like, yeah, Ted, you suck. Ted's like, wait, what? How did that happen? How did that twist on me?
I thought we were cool.
Like, I thought this was going to... You said we were going to talk about show tunes later? Like, what? When are we getting to that part? So, it's coming out today, but Tucker put out a clip last night, and he just wrote, Ted Cruz on Iran, full interview tomorrow. Now, listen, you may not hear about this today, and I think Ted Cruz will be fine, because it's only got 18 million views.
Isn't that crazy?
In 12 hours.
Holy shit. 12
hours. It was posted at 8:42 p.m. It's not even 12 hours. That's well over, I mean, that's almost 1.5 million views an hour. I mean, and I'll tell you this, 300,000 of them were mine on the train this morning.
You just kept watching it over?
I couldn't believe it.
I got to bring that back. I got to watch it again.
Well, this is great. I got to start watching the Tucker Carlson show. Listen to Tucker get Ted's opinion on what's going on in Iran.
I don't know the population at all. No, I don't know the population. You don't know the population of the country you seek to topple? How many people live in Iran? 92 million. Okay. Yeah, how could you not know that? I don't sit around memorizing population tables.
Well, it's kind of relevant because you're calling for the overthrow of the government.
Why is it relevant whether it's
because
90?
How do you not know that?
First of all, Tucker had it in the pocket.
Oh, yeah.
92 million. You didn't know 92 million?
Everybody knows that.
You didn't know that? Like, I'll say this. I didn't think in my life I would get to the point where Tucker is making the patented Tucker idiot face at Republican politicians. Like, that's the idiot face. Tucker's idiot face used to be reserved for when he was on his Fox News show. And what he would do is, like, there'd be a college newspaper would come out with some hyper liberal thing. Yeah. And instead of being like, we have the dean of admissions here, he's like, we have the student who wrote the article here. And he would just run circles around him and make a face into the camera like, what are you, the stupidest person that's ever been alive? And I never thought, especially this quickly, that he'd go and start hitting Republican politicians with the, you must be the dumbest guy I've ever talked to face.
It's even funnier, though, when it's at Ted Cruz.
When it's Ted Cruz. Because he's the perfect guy for it.
Absolutely.
Aren't you glad that he does not know the population?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Because he's not a smart guy.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
No. And he thinks he's slick, but he's not even that slick.
No, he's not slick.
Smart when it comes to Broadway.
He knows Broadway.
That's a great point.
Like, after this interview.
Tucker, I thought we were going to talk about the Tonys.
Yeah. Yeah, after this interview, he put on some soundtrack to a Broadway show. I don't know what he does. Maybe Les Mis.
Just to calm down a little bit?
Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he got in the car and just started, like, put on Stars. Just to, like, fucking get into a different place. Like,
decompress.
That didn't happen. Like,
this clip will blow over. No one will care.
No one will care. By the way, people misunderstood Javert, too. Like, and let me just get there. No, all I have is the Russell Crowe version. All I have is the Russell Crowe version. No! All right, scroll back just a little bit, Mike, so we can contextualize Tucker. Not only, straight up befuddled that Ted Cruz wouldn't know the population of Iran. 92 million. You didn't know that?
I don't sit around memorizing population tables.
Well, it's kind of relevant because you're calling for the overthrow of the government.
Why is it relevant whether it's 90 million or 80 million or 100 million? Why is that relevant?
Because if you don't know anything about the country...
I didn't say I don't know anything about
Okay, what's the ethnic mix of Iran?
Oh, fuck.
They are Persians and predominantly Shia. Okay,
it's not even. You don't know anything about Iran. So
I am not the Tucker Carlson expert on Iran.
You're a senator who's calling for the overthrow of the government.
You're the one who claims
about the country.
No, he's laughing at him.
You don't know anything about the country. You're the one who claims.
He's laughing at him. What are you doing?
That's gotta sting.
Oh, he's like, I'm sorry, I'm not the Tucker Carlson expert of Iran. And Tucker's like, you want to overthrow the country? What are you doing? What are you, an idiot? You sound stupid right now, dude. He's laughing at him to his face.
Yeah.
Ted didn't see this one coming.
No. Ted hates when people laugh at him to his face.
He thought this was going to be a fluff piece.
Yeah.
He really did think it was going to be a fluff piece. He thought Tucker was going to be. Here's my first question. Finally, we're getting into a war, right?
We're happy about that, right?
Yeah. How good is this, right?
Feels good.
Yeah. This couldn't possibly go wrong, could it? I don't think the war in Iraq fucked up an entire generation of humans. I think that's fine.
That's fake news.
That most of it was fake news anyway. Yeah. No, he's laughing at him. He's openly laughing at him. Go back to like 040, Mike, because when he's like falling out of his chair. Yeah, you can see him building up, laughing at Ted Cruz to be like, because Ted Cruz is going, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not an expert on Iran. And he's laughing, going, you want to invade them. You literally should be an expert on Iran.
I am not the Tucker Carlson expert on Iran.
You're a senator who's calling for the overthrow of the government.
You're the one who
don't know anything about the country.
No, you don't know anything about the country. You're the one who claims they're not trying to murder Donald Trump. You're the one who can't figure out if it was a good idea to kill General Soleimani, and you said it was bad.
You don't believe they're trying to murder Trump?
Yes, I do.
Because you're not calling for military strikes against them in retaliation. And if you really believe that...
We're carrying out military strikes today.
You said Israel was.
Right, with our help. I said we. Israel is leading them, but we're supporting them.
Well, you're breaking news here because the U.S. government last night denied, the National Security Council spokesman Alex Pfeiffer denied, on behalf of Trump,
that we were acting on Israel's behalf in any offensive capacity.
We're not
at all.
bombing them. Israel's bombing them.
You just said we were.
We are supporting Israel.
You're a senator. If you're saying the United States government is at war with Iran right now, people are listening.
He's like,
I like he looks right in the camera, like, we're rolling. You're getting this, right?
You sound weird.
and he keeps saying, like, you're a senator, dude. Like, you're a senator. You just said we were. No.
He
No.
nailed him.
He really did. Ted Cruz sounds like Apple executives talking about Siri. Like he's like, we are carrying it, because he goes he says, if you thought Iran was trying to murder the president, you carry out military strikes. We are carrying out military strikes today. Oh, really? No. What? No, I no.
But you said we.
You said we are.
Huh?
I mean, you're breaking news. Hey, you're breaking news, Ted. You're a senator.
Are you going to watch the whole interview?
It's head to tails.
I'm going to clear my schedule.
Oh yeah.
Today.
Oh yeah. I'm hoping it's a lengthy one.
Me too.
Yeah, I mean, the whole afternoon is dedicated to this. Because it's not just that Ted Cruz doesn't know; it's that he's so hideously ill prepared for this moment.
Yeah. This is bad. This makes him look terrible.
Yeah, it makes him look like a total idiot.
Yeah,
and like he's not equipped to do his job. Because Tucker goes, you should know this because you're a senator. It's your job to know this. You want to invade a country.
Yeah.
No. That's what you said. That's what you said. Yeah, there's another clip that they put out. Tucker put out that's the horizontal clip. He put out a vertical clip too, and luckily, different content in the vert.
He's smart.
Of course he is.
Because he was probably like, people are going to think that's like the only time we butt heads.
I mean, bro, I've done interviews before where I really like them, and I go. Remember the John Cena interview?
Oh, yeah.
I could not wait till that interview came out, knowing that just knowing that I had it. And I was like, he's talking about all that. I can't wait for people to see this. I can't wait. I can't imagine just Tucker sitting there after the edit's done going like, holy shit.
How do we get this out 5 minutes ago?
Yeah, I can't believe we have this. This is amazing. They're like, you got to put clips out first. I just want people to see it. Just put these clips out the night before.
Yeah, but at least his clips had his watermark and he was in the clip.
Why do you?
You know?
No,
what?
He's got.
Why are you bringing that up?
He's got the right people around.
Bringing what up?
Because
it's watermarked.
Yeah, it should be.
No,
I know it should be.
And it's the one interview I was specifically talking about.
And Tucker's in the clip.
Remember the John Cena clip?
Oh, I forgot about that. When Hot Dog got so excited and in love with his own footage that he just put out a clip with no watermark and no you in the clip, and it was just
not even my audio.
John C. Right? Yeah. No, I forgot about that.
Crazy. He wouldn't even have you in it
at all. People just repurposed it for their own.
It was your interview. Why wouldn't you put the guy in that's doing the interview?
Because he loves his footage and celebrities, and he doesn't see me as a celebrity.
Do you want to hear something?
Yeah.
Over the weekend?
Yeah.
That clip was going around again.
Oh.
Which clip?
That you're not in.
Travis.
I didn't want to send it to you because I didn't want to ruin your day.
Well, you ruined his day.
Actually, I think it was when you were. I think it was when you were in LA having a great time.
Literally at Money in the Bank.
Yeah, but it was part of the clip about John Cena talking about how you have to believe your story, blah blah blah.
And am I in it?
No,
but you were in the room. You know where the interview was from.
It's just John Cena.
But if you weren't in the room, you'd have no idea who did that.
This fucking guy.
Me?
No.
Oh, thank God.
No, not you, as a matter of fact.
Yeah,
not
don't
you
shoot the messenger.
No, not you at all. As a matter of fact, you had my back on that one because you let me know
that
the clip was going around again. This fucking guy.
It stinks, doesn't
and you know what he said?
What?
No, because I mentioned you when I tweeted it.
Yeah.
This fucking guy. I mean, what a total idiot.
Don't
what
worry.
a buffoon.
They'll all just use my tweet.
Yeah, exactly. It says it was yours, so they'll know to say it. What? What even logic is that? You sound like that roommate sitting on a step. What are you talking about?
He said I was an idiot because I didn't watermark it.
Malcolm, I interviewed John Cena one time, and it was a great interview. And Hot Dog videoed it. And he said when it was time to drop it, he thought he was part of he loves the social campaign. You know what I mean? He really thinks he's something. And he thought it was part of the campaign. I'm going to drop my clip. I'll put it on Reddit. That way we'll hit all our bases. I go, good idea. I looked at his clip. I'm not in it. It doesn't say Not Sam anywhere. My audio's not in it. My face isn't in it. Nothing. Just John Cena answering a question, actually sitting in this chair. There's no visual or audio clue that I have anything to do with the conversation. It was the dumbest thing I've ever seen anybody do.
Great promo for Cena. I mean,
for Cena, great promo for Cena. Great promo for Cena.
Great promo for Sirius XM because I think the logo was.
The logo was in it. Yeah, it was Sirius XM. Yeah. And you know what people said?
What?
Oh, must be on Busted Open, the Sirius XM wrestling show. Thank you, Hot Dog. That's really helpful.
I can't believe that he would just go ahead and not have an approval from a clip to put up. Like he'd be like, if I was doing that, I'd be like, hey Sam, are you cool? Is this clip cool? And then you would be like, hey, there's no watermark. Oh, shit, let me put that on there quick. I can't believe he just took a clip.
It's out there, baby.
Boom.
Boom. Let him see it.
You said, Hot Dog, I can't repost your clip if I'm not in it, and it doesn't say Not Sam anywhere. And he goes, I tagged you and said Not Sam Wrestling.
In the tweet.
This was his tweet.
Brock Lesnar and at Steve Austin had the idea for the SummerSlam Cena squash match over dinner. Full interview up at YouTube.com, YouTube/NotSamWrestling. Not even the .com. It's not even a direct link. And then the video
for keyword searches on messages. Everything lives.
And then the video just exists by itself.
Mm-hmm.
I remember it was getting posted everywhere.
Yeah, of course it. And Travis just told me it was getting posted again. How do you think that feels?
You probably feel like shit.
I do.
Do you think the traffic driver is the Shea Marte social hub?
Is that what I said? Do you like when I ask Hot Dog if the Shea Marte social is the traffic driver? If that's his plan, he thinks that's really what's going to be the traffic driver. Look what Shea Marte tweeted.
Oh, you were so mad.
And rightly so. I'm sorry that you were 100%.
I was 100% right.
Yeah. You invited him here to shoot this video.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
he wanted to brag to all his friends, look what I shot. Not like, look at this.
And he still could. He still could have.
Yeah, but he didn't want my face in it.
Or the watermark. Right. Would you have been as pissed off if it at least had the Not Sam logo?
No, of course not. No.
But don't you think, I mean, look, you know about this better than I do, but don't you think you need the person asking the question? I mean, I guess his answer stood on its own. But don't you think as a clip, it's just kind of cool, like, oh, this is the exchange happening?
Well, of course. Otherwise, it's just like a junket interview.
Right.
Yeah, of course. It's like, no, the promo is not just the info, but like the interaction that those two had.
And where is this interaction happening? It's happening on a podcast.
Right.
Whose podcast?
Right.
Who's the host?
It's a whole...
it's him. I'd like to check out his podcast.
It's branding. There's a whole brand behind it.
Yes.
Not just like, hey, we do celebrity junkets.
You said no more clips or promo material from you. Just shoot and edit.
You have to put your foot down.
I mean, that's it. The responsibilities go away. You know?
I can't believe how calm you stay.
You're struck by it?
I am.
Well,
I mean, because internally, you have to just be like frothing.
I mean, right now, it is what it is.
Yeah. But when it happened, I mean, you had to be... I would be so angry that happened.
Right. Well, I did make a rude comment about the traffic driver being the Shea Marte social account.
You still can maintain some funny.
It's got to be funny.
Yeah, you just want to start name calling.
It's got to be fun. Like, talk to me about, because I'm more interested. Like, I'm not going to insult you. Talk to me about your logic. Yeah. Explain it to me. Explain your logic. Maybe I don't get it. Explain your logic to me. I mean, it's basically, don't you think you should know 92 million people or the population of Iran? Like, it's the same sort of like, you're the senator.
Yeah, you should know this.
You should know this.
Explain your logic to me why you wouldn't. I don't sit around like memorizing population chart. Okay, well, explain your logic. You're invading the country. Explain that to me. Tucker's got another clip.
Okay.
Of Ted Cruz. Listen to this.
With us? Oh, probably not, but they share a lot. We don't share all of our intelligence with them, but we share a lot. It's a close alliance.
Do they spy domestically in the United States?
Oh, they probably do, and we do as well. And friends and allies spy on each other. And I assume all of our allies spy on us.
And that's okay with you?
You know what? One of the things about being a conservative is that you're not naive and utopian. You don't think humans are all... Part of the reason socialism doesn't work is the mantra from each according to his abilities to each according to his needs doesn't work. As a conservative, I assume people act in their rational self-interest.
So it's conservative to pay people to spy on you?
It's conservative to recognize that human beings act in their own self-interest, and every one of our friends spies on us. And I'm not...
Do you like it? That's my question. I'm not asking whether they have motive to do it. Of course they do. I understand that. And by the way, I'm not mad at them. And you're an American lawmaker, so I just want to know, hold on, I want to know your attitude. Yeah. You said that your guiding principle, in fact, the only principle, the only criterion.
I said guiding, the overwhelming. I wouldn't say only.
Is it in America's interest? Is it in America's interest for Israel to spy on us, including on the president?
It is in America's interest to be closely allied with Israel because we get huge benefits for it. And you want to see the clearest.
But I just want to stop on the spying for a second. That it takes place, as you know, and including on the president of the United States and several precedents. And I just want to know if that's okay, and why is it okay? Wouldn't an American lawmaker say to a client state, you're not allowed to spy on us? I'm sorry. I know why you want to. I'm not mad at you, but you're not allowed to.
Sure.
And I don't care for it. I don't want to be spied on by you. It's kind of weird not to say that, but you don't seem able to say that.
I mean.
That's good journalism.
That is tough. That is tough. Just the quote, like...
You think that's in America's best interest?
You'd think if you were a politician saying friends spy on each other. Like, wait, what? And that's cool with you, huh? You like that? You like that we just get spied on?
Yeah, friends spy on each other all the time. I spy on Troy.
But that's in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but still, he knows I'm doing it. It's in my best interest.
And don't worry, I spy back.
You do? Because you're friends.
I peek.
You do?
Yeah.
Not much to see, huh?
It's hard. It's hard to see what's going on.
I keep my weapons close to the vest.
Smart. Yeah. So, it just feels like he's like spinning him in circles in this interview. That Tucker is spinning Ted Cruz in circles.
It doesn't seem like it's that hard.
Yeah, that you could just get, especially if he comes in thinking he's got a friend. Mm-hmm. And like within 2 questions. That's how I get Troy sometimes. I've always told you I can get you within 2 to 3 questions. Mm-hmm. I'll have you spin it in circles.
Sure.
And it's fun for me.
I know it is.
And I'm sure that Tucker feels the same way about Ted Cruz, that like, I think within 2 to 3 questions, I can get him to admit he knows nothing about Iran and to say that spying is good. Like that used to be the thing. Like during the Cold War, Russia and America spying on each other, it was the worst thing you could do. Like finding a Russian spy, there was a whole genre of action movie based on trying to stop Russian spies.
They still make it.
It's great. It's a great genre. And now he's like,
that's okay.
He's like, you're fine with that. Like he goes, you like it? You like that?
Hey, I'm just not naive enough to believe it doesn't happen. Yeah, no. Do you like it?
Do you like it? I think you like it. I think you like it, Ted. I think you like being spied on. I can't wait till this thing drops. Every day it's something else, dude. Every day it's something else. And it's a shit show. The whole thing is a shit show.
It's fun.
This will be a good one to watch.
I think it'll be a great one to watch. Wow.
And who knows, maybe it's 2 hours and maybe they do talk about Les Mis.
That would be great too. I would love to hear that.
It would keep your attention.
Oh, I would love to hear that portion too. Like I can make fun of Ted Cruz over here and then, hear his serious take on Les Mis. I think that'd be great. Something tells me that he won't get there because he'll be in a grumpy mood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if somebody makes me look like a fool.
You don't want to talk about your favorite thing afterwards.
No.
Yeah.
If somebody makes me look like a doofus and then they're like, hey, what's your favorite WrestleMania? I'd be like, honestly, I don't want to talk about WrestleMania. I'm in a bad mood.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Any of them? I don't know.
I don't know. I'm nostalgic for 9, but it doesn't matter at this point.
You're still giving the answer.
I know, because I really want to talk about it. But like, also, I'm in a bad mood because he made me look like a total doofus.
He should have started out with it. Start out talking.
Maybe they do.
Musical.
That would be great.
Really lower his guard.
Right.
So I'll be like, this is just going to be a fluff one.
Yeah. And Les Mis, revolution. Hey, speaking of revolutions and foreign countries.
There you go.
What about Iran and Israel? What? You like that, huh? You like it? What'd you say, Malcolm?
Ted Cruz has a past in theater. You remember that clip from him in The Crucible doing the "Why am I persecuted?"
Oh yeah, we did a whole a Ted Cruz deep dive because I don't know if you know this. Ted Cruz has his own podcast, and he did a whole episode ranking his favorite movies. And it was very clear to us. We probably spent an hour and a half watching the whole thing.
We dissected it.
Yeah, because it was very clear to us that he had not seen any of the movies except one movie, and that was Les Mis.
He definitely lied about Team America.
Yeah, he had never seen that movie.
No.
But
I forgot how many curses are in it.
Right.
No, you never saw it.
You never saw it. But once he started talking about Les Mis, I mean, he was like...
Jean Valjean, my goodness.
Yeah.
He was a kid in a candy store.
Yeah. And he doesn't know he's Javert. He thinks he's Jean Valjean. He doesn't know he's a Javert.
Trump doesn't know which one he is.
No, could be either.
Yeah.
Could be either. Depends on the day, I suppose. Oh. Yeah, and then, I mean, we got more problems.
Oh.
They say they're trying to get R. Kelly.
Who's they?
They said they're trying to get him.
Yeah, who exactly?
Yeah,
is
who's saying they? Who's they?
Well, which they? They said or they're trying to get him?
They said.
I heard. Well, he got an overdose in jail on medication. But they're saying it was on purpose.
Who's they?
What? The R. Kelly's camp, I believe, has stated that it was purposeful.
R. Kelly saying I did an overdose, but it wasn't my fault.
No, he's saying it was their fault. They did it on purpose. The jail's trying to get him because he doesn't know how to hog tie people.
Oh, you think that's what it comes down to?
Yeah, they really
I mean, this is not a Dahmer situation where people are trying to kill R. Kelly in jail.
The Pied Piper of R&B?
Yeah.
R. Kelly rushed to the hospital after overdosing in prison. See, as his lawyer alleges, it was part of a wild murder plot.
I believe that he overdosed. I believe more that he is slowly realizing he's never getting out.
Well, it was his. They said it was the medication that he gets in jail, though. It wasn't like he overdosed on like drugs.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I know.
Right.
But maybe he
saved it for a couple days and then took it all at once.
Yeah. I mean, he's not getting out. He tried during COVID. He tried the whole COVID excuse, like when they were letting some people out of jail.
He did. He's like, I can't get COVID. I got to get out too.
Yeah.
You're like, we don't think so.
I have pre-existing conditions.
Yeah, you're trapped in the closet. You're trapped in a jail cell. Yeah, it said, he's serving a 31-year sentence for, child sexual abuse crimes. Although, Troy has said you think he'll make a comeback.
That's true.
In 10 years, more give or take.
He's sitting on 25 albums.
That's
One
true,
of them's got to be good.
Something's got to pop.
That's true. I mean, there's got to be a remix to Ignition in there somewhere. I'm not saying you're not saying all 25 are great.
No. But if you look at say you have 25 albums, let's just say 10 tracks on an album. One of them has to be great.
That's true. It's like double albums that are not good, but really there is probably one album worth of good stuff on that double album.
Yes.
Yeah, there's probably like 3 pretty big hits out of the 250 that he's made.
And if a song is good, a song is good.
You think so?
Right.
That's what you're saying about Kanye's last one.
What? Hail Hitler?
I mean, he'll be in his late 80s when he gets released.
Late 80s?
He's 58.
31 years. He was forced to take meditation in medication. Or mediation. It doesn't. There's no C. I'm assuming it's a typo. Knowing the New York Post, they really don't care.
No.
You're probably right. It is medication, but it says mediation.
Yeah, why would you be forced to take mediation in solitary confinement?
No, by definition, it's solitary.
I apologize to you because you did read that, in a correct way.
Right, but you're right in the sense that you can just assume it's a typo because it's the New York Post.
Better to be first than right.
That's right. That's right. That's my thing. Yeah, the next morning, Kelly said he felt faint and dizzy, started to see black spots in his vision. He allegedly tried to get up but fell to the ground. He crawled to the door of the cell. He lost consciousness. This is not good.
He probably did it very animated.
Oh! I can't stand up. I can't stand up. He was taken by ambulance to Duke University Hospital.
Okay.
By the way, if I was a student at Duke, I'd probably try to sneak in there.
Yeah.
Get a good look.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, get an autograph or a picture.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Quick selfie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, just like struggling to speak. He's like, do you have your passports and your shots? While Kelly was in the ambulance, he allegedly heard a police officer say, this is going to open a whole new can of worms. You know why cops say stuff like that? I've seen many movies. You know why cops say stuff?
From the 20s?
Well, yeah. They go, hey, don't let the commissioner hear about this.
This is open up in a whole can of worms.
At the hospital, Kelly allegedly learned that he had been administered an overdose quantity of his medications that threatened his life. They're trying to get R. Kelly.
So he could not stand. He was feeling faint. He was barely coherent, but he definitely heard somebody say,
he was in and out probably.
He's going to open up a whole can of worms because we're trying to kill him.
And I wouldn't have forgotten a quote like that. When anybody talks about a can of worms, I'm going to remember. When advised, he required. The attorney added the doctors discovered blood clots in both of Kelly's legs and lungs. I mean, they got to get this guy out of jail. But he was allegedly removed from the hospital before he could get treatment. Oh no, we got to get him out. When advised, he required surgery and needed to be kept for 2 weeks. Officers assigned to Mr. Kelly in the hospital contacted the officials. Within an hour, officers, with guns. Oh, no. Like, as opposed to what? Bobbies from England? Officers with guns came into his hospital and removed Mr. Kelly. He was taken from the hospital against his will and against the directives of the doctor. Well, you know what? He was taken from the hospital against his will because he's in jail.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, remember when they took... what's his name on The Sopranos away from his daughter's wedding against his will?
Oh, yeah.
And he's in jail. You know, you go against your will because you're going back to jail because of all the horrible things that he did. I watched many documentaries. He said Kelly was denied the surgery. R. Kelly was denied the surgery he needed to clear blood clots in his lungs that threatened his life. Damn. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Rest in peace.
No. We got to get him out. It's undeniable. Mr. Kelly's life is in jeopardy, they're saying. Mr. Kelly's life is in jeopardy. And so, look, because the Bureau of Prisons denied him necessary surgery to clear clots from his lungs, that feels a little like, we don't believe you about the medication. He's like, fine, there were also blood clots.
Yeah. Where? Lungs and legs?
Lungs, legs.
Yeah.
He could die from his condition, and they're letting it happen. That's not right. If this is not the Bureau of Prisons engaging in conduct that will kill Mr. Kelly, I would ask the government counsel to explain what it is. He's trying to pull a Tucker on him.
He doesn't look happy there.
Well, because they're killing him. Yeah. Y'all killing me right now. Would you say R. Kelly's Gayle King interview, GOAT interview?
Oh, but God, yes.
But not like GOAT, how I use the word. Like, you know, I mean, because most interviews would be the GOAT interview.
Yeah, that was a great interview. Hey, you know that Minnesota Assassin's neighbor? GOAT interview.
GOAT interview. That interview got goated quick. No, I mean, could you make an argument that it was maybe the greatest television interview of all time?
I could, but immediately I also think of Prince Andrew.
Oh, yeah.
Prince Andrew was amazing.
I mean, it's absolutely in the top 5.
What about when Sean Connery told Larry King, sometimes you got to smack women? That's kind of more of a soundbite, I guess. That's a top 10 soundbite for sure.
That's a quote.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're talking about like an entire interview, that's a good one, man.
Do you think Mike Tyson's... Because you're a piece of shit. Do you think that stays up there? Or no, because it's not... Like, the interview didn't go around. It's more of a moment than an interview.
That's like a minute of an interview, so I wouldn't put that in that category.
That's like one of the top television moments. But not full interviews. Like, this is a full interview.
A full interview was a disaster.
Right.
A full interview for Prince Andrew was a disaster.
Like when you're like glued to it. You have to watch the entire interview because you can't believe they made the choice to do this.
Yeah, it's not like, I saw that clip.
Right.
I have a feeling the Ted Cruz interview.
That's going to be one of the worst interviews of all time.
Yeah. What about the OJ interview that got shelved? Didn't he admit?
Oh, I love that interview. That's a great interview.
Yeah.
Good.
I love that interview. That's the If I Did It interview.
Yes.
When they're like, we cannot air this.
Yeah, that's right. But I remember they ran commercials for it, and then they scrapped it, but then they ended up airing it like many years later.
A long time later, yeah.
Yeah, I think Judith Regan conducted the interview, if I'm not mistaken.
This man's admitting to murder. We can't air this.
No, I said if. Remember, yeah, that OJ interview was incredible because, like, the whole premise of the interview was hypothetically, if you did the murder, how would you have done it?
Which is insane.
And then as he's talking, he's like, well, then I did this. And they're like, you mean then you would have done this?
If.
And he goes, well, of course that's what I mean. But he's basically saying, yeah, and then, you know.
It was the 90s.
I went to Rockingham. You
What?
went or you would have gone?
No, I
would have gone. It was the opposite of the Tucker interview in the sense that Judith was just like trying to get him out of it because it's like, no, we're not.
Stop saying so much.
Yeah, like I'm trying to like walk the line and you are stomping all over it.
Yeah, that's an incredible one.
Yeah, that's a good call, dude. That's a great call.
Aren't you glad that one came out?
The OJ interview?
I'm glad you remembered it.
I might have to go find it and watch it again. You know I love OJ content.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
What about Vince McMahon and that guy from HBO Sports when he smacks the
Was that
papers?
with Bob Costas?
Well, he did two very combative interviews.
Oh, that was not Bob Costas.
One was with Bob Costas, it was very combative, and the other was with that other guy, and he slapped the papers out of his hand.
I would call that a moment.
I'm with you. That's fair. That's a moment. Because again, it was like that kind of ended the interview quick.
Yes.
But the OJ interview was a full interview. Like, yeah, for it to be on the list of the best, worst interviews for people, it has to be the type of thing where it goes the full distance. And then maybe at the end, the person who looks horrible said, I think that went quite well.
I would put, this is a deep cut, but who's the guy that did Kids?
Oh, Harmony.
His last appearance on Letterman.
I mean, bro. I never like to text people about, like, you know, what was the real story behind this, their jobs or whatever. But I had to start. I reached out to Justin Stengel.
Did you?
Yeah, last time I went on a Harmony, like, deep dive. Because, like, he did, like, Kids, but then he did Spring Breakers. He's done a ton of movies.
Right.
Harmony,
Corinne?
Yeah, Harmony Korine. But, like, he got banned from Letterman. And the story is that, like, because he would do these really bizarre Letterman appearances, like, really bizarre. But Letterman, I think, kind of got a kick out of it because he always liked that stuff. Except I think I want to...
Gummo, that's the other movie.
Gummo. There was the rumor is, and I couldn't even get this confirmed from Justin Stengel. Yeah, it was Meryl Streep. The rumor is that they found him. He was on the show as the second guest that Meryl Streep was on, and they found him in the green room going through Meryl Streep's purse.
Yes.
And they kicked him off the set and banned him from the show forever.
His interviews on Letterman, though, are nuts.
They were nuts. Same with Crispin Glover, a young Crispin Glover on Letterman.
Yes.
That's a good one. I don't know.
Letterman has so many because of just like his personality almost.
Yeah, and he would like welcome it.
Yes.
He would like he go, yeah, let's do this. Let's do. And when it would go awry, he'd be like, let's get them in for another show. I mean, Letterman is where they did Lawler and Kaufman.
That's right.
You know?
Yeah. That was real.
Eric in Colorado.
Hi, Sam.
Hey, man.
I just wonder, since Kim Kardashian and Kanye are such big advocates for people in prison, do you think they're starting to lobby Trump to get R. Kelly out?
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if Kanye does. You know, Kanye's also a free Diddy guy.
He's probably working on Diddy first.
So right now I think he's working on Diddy. And you know, some people, and thank you, Eric, some people would say that he's making sure Diddy gets free because, you know, there's some evidence in there that he doesn't, you know, he sets a bad precedent for maybe people that have done some wild shit themselves.
People think he's the guy that...
I know they do.
Yeah.
I know they do.
was also doing their own freak-offs.
I mean, would you be surprised?
I can't think of anybody else it would be.
It's literally the most likely person. Like, is that Mace?
No.
It's not Fabolous.
No, and he's not an icon. And no disrespect to Mace.
Or Fabolous?
Yeah. But they said, is he a rap icon?
Right.
And this woman said yes.
Yes. Yeah. We'll get into the Diddy stuff in a sec. Ken in South Carolina.
Hey, Sam. I know how much you love OJ stuff. Have you caught the new Naked Gun trailer?
Yes.
With Liam Neeson?
Yes.
Okay, did you see the scene where they're crying in front of their fathers and their bosses, and because OJ was in the original Naked Gun.
Yeah, I literally thought it was the best scene in the whole trailer when they referenced the fact that OJ was in it, and he's like, you know what? Nah, they're all crying in front of the people who came before him, and then the dude who I guess is the OJ's character's son or whatever is like, nah.
Do it. Yep.
Thank you, Ken.
Oh, I'll give you one more interview.
Okay, So it's for sure. It's R. Kelly. Mm-hmm. It's OJ If I Did It. Mm-hmm. It's Prince Andrew.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Those are the top three that I'm thinking.
Right.
Okay. Charlie Sheen, Tiger Blood.
Oh yeah.
That whole interview.
I mean, it was a moment.
It was yeah.
Not a moment. It was it created culture.
Yeah.
Who did he do that interview with?
I don't remember. I'm going through a list right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's when he started saying winning all the time.
Yeah. And I mean, it was a whole thing. Yeah, that was right after he left 2.5 Men, right? Mm-hmm. And he was in the height of his manic addiction. Allegedly. Spacey in Atlanta.
2020.
Hey.
2020.
Hey guys. Hey Sam.
Hey man.
Do you guys remember the Jim Rome interview with Jim Everett?
Oh yeah, where he kept calling him Chris.
Chris Everett.
He kept calling him Chris Everett.
He told him. And Jim Everett said, "If you do it one more time, I'm going to come across his desk." And Jim Rome looked at him and he said, "You don't think I'll do it?" And he said, "You better not." And he said, "I will, Chris." And he absolutely came across that desk.
Yeah, he knocked him right out of his chair. It was great.
Knocked him right out of the chair.
I mean,
and that to me, I still laugh at that every time because he looked at him and he said, "You don't think I'll do it?" And he said, "I will, Chris." And he just.
It was one of those.
One
of those great moments of you think that because we're on TV, there's this protection. I'm bigger than you. And you think you can say whatever you want because we're on TV. But what you don't know is, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? And he flipped him over.
Yeah, I think that sealed Jim Rome in kind of folklore, history, whatever you want to call it.
I do think this made Jim Rome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Spacey.
That kind of made him.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think this is. Give me some audio on this.
Because this is when nobody was talking about ESPN2.
No.
You may have even been Jim Everett back there, but somewhere along the way, Jim, you ceased being Jim and you became Chris.
Well, let me tell you a little secret. That, we're sitting here right now, and if you guys want to take a station break, you can. But if you call me Chris Everett to my face one more time...
I already did it twice.
You call it one more time, we better take a station break.
Well, it's a 5-minute segment, or 5-segment show. We got a long way to go.
Well, we do.
We got a long way to go.
We do.
I'll get a couple segments out of you before.
Well, it's good to be here with you, though.
Well, it's good to see you, too.
Because you've been talking like this behind my back for a long time.
But now I said it right here.
Right, exactly.
Well, we got no problems then.
I think that you probably won't say it again.
I bet I do.
Okay.
Chris?
Flipped the whole table over. Knocked him right on his ass. Isn't that great?
Find out.
Love it.
Fuck around and find out is exactly right.
A good fuck around and find out is Burt Reynolds and Mark Summers.
Oh, that's a great one.
I can't categorize that as an interview, but it was one of the top.
That's a
fuck around and find out. Yeah, that was a top. Maybe the Mike Tyson thing is a fuck around and find out too.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, Burt Reynolds and Mark Summers together.
So great.
It's amazing. It's one of the greatest things that ever happened in television.
I agree.
Mark didn't see that coming.
No.
And
he thought he was protected by television, where it's like, oh, nothing will happen to me here.
Because he deserved it.
He did.
He was being a shit.
Yes.
Who, Mark Summers?
Yeah. You don't think so?
Yeah. No, I do.
He was poking.
I think he was poking Burt Reynolds, and I think the problem is that he was acting like they were equals.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
And it's like Burt Reynolds is not a legend.
But Troy's right. He thought he was protected by the fact that they were on television and taped television.
Taped television. Don't worry, I'll be fine.
Yeah.
Probably his first time on the Tonight Show, Mark Summers.
Yeah.
Probably,
why else
right?
would you be on the Tonight Show?
Exactly.
You host Double Dare.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
No disrespect to Double Dare.
No disrespect to Double Dare.
No,
but I love a good physical challenge.
But it's not Smokey and the Bandit either.
No, good point.
You know.
Oh, so when, the kids try to find the flag in the nose, what do you do? Like, that's not a conversation to have.
Right. There's only so many segments you can do with that. Yeah. Because I think that one started when it was Mark Summers and Burt Reynolds, and they were on Leno. And Mark Summers, I think if I remember it correctly, took umbrage with the fact that Burt wasn't facing him. Like that while Mark was talking, because he was second guest, so Burt moves over in the chair. And Burt kind of had his back to him. Let's see.
I was just talking to him back. No, I can talk to you too, Burt.
Burt was mad that Mark was talking to his back. I think there are better versions of this.
Because my wife tells me that often.
You can hit pause and find a better version of this. That audio is terrible. But, yeah. So Burt was like a little annoyed that he was talking to Mark Summers back. I mean, Burt wasn't flawless in this exchange.
No, and this was this like the Boogie Nights era of Burt?
Yeah, probably right around then.
He had a chip on his shoulder.
Very much so, where he didn't realize that he was on the other end of
stardom.
Yeah. He still wanted to be...
he famously thought Boogie Nights was going to be just a piece of shit.
He thought Boogie Nights was going to be a piece of shit, and apparently, tried to do it with the character with an accent.
Yeah.
Which, he didn't want... He regretted doing Boogie Nights and, yelled at his agent for it. Until, I
think, didn't he walk out of the screening?
Yes.
Yeah.
He knew he wouldn't watch it.
Yeah.
Because it was smut.
It's a shame that he died before... Because he was supposed to be in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. He played...
the Al Pacino role?
Bruce Dern's role. The head of Spawn Ranch.
Oh, that's great.
They did read-throughs and everything. That was going to be his last
movie.
Yeah, and then he passed away.
Oh.
Yeah.
That sucks. Yeah, look at Mark Summers feeding his back to Burt Reynolds. You can hit play.
I'm a neatness fanatic, so it's just kind of weird that I've been, for the last 9 years, doing that kind of TV. And we've done some weird things on the show. We once filled a container with 4,000 pounds of baked beans and made kids dive into it, which was really great.
Gee, I wish I'd seen that.
You would. Now you say you make the kids.
Yeah, pause. There's also a thing where Burt Reynolds is like, he doesn't like the fact that he's on the show with Mark Summers.
No, and I have to think that this was like a last minute switch.
And you know that Jay is sitting there going this is a bad idea. This is a bad combination. I shouldn't have done this.
Burt Reynolds.
Yeah, we could have just done 2 segments with Burt Reynolds.
Yeah. Or plus, do funny headlines or something.
Or just make the monologue longer.
Yeah, jaywalking. I don't know.
Oh, jaywalking was the best.
Something.
I love jaywalking. Yeah, what if I tell jokes about the headlines? What if I tell jokes to people on the street? It's just, he just loved telling jokes. Yeah. It was one of the all-time bad combinations of guys. You can hit play.
Child, you hold the child's head under the baked beans and then throw them out, and then
we have an obstacle course.
Who told you were a neatness freak? I just say that because your back is to me, and I was just talking to a back.
No, I can talk to you too, Bert.
Thank you.
Watch out, he's got scissors.
He's got scissors.
No, I was just wondering who told you that, because
my wife tells me that often.
She says, "Good morning."
I'm still married, as a matter of fact.
Yes, well, you
water on the.
Okay, that almost got real bad.
Yeah, because he's like, listen. First of all, Mark was out of line with the "I'm still married." By the way,
yeah, you don't
that's out of line.
Reynolds,
especially like that. We're not there yet.
Yeah,
we haven't gotten there yet. And that is I'm nervous. I shouldn't be here. Let me just go to 10. And it's what are you talking about? He's let Burt get his line off.
Yeah.
No, it's okay.
Legend.
Let Bert's got something in the chamber. Does your wife just wake up and say, "Oh, good morning, Mr." He wouldn't even just let him get his line off.
Yeah. And
then Bert throws his water in Mark Summers' lap, and Mark thinks he's going to hit him back, and Bert and there's real strength there. It's the type of pushback where you end up with a cut on your finger and you don't know how it got there. He uses all that strength to just shove the mug right back in Mark Summers' face.
I mean, that mug almost hit him hard.
Right, because I want you to know, you host a cute little kids game show, but I've kicked the shit out of people before.
And I'm willing to do it again.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm from old school Hollywood, okay? He's very wet. He's very wet. And by the way, you know what the move? But you know what the move is here? If you're Mark Summers, leave it alone.
Yeah, let it slide.
Let it slide. It's fucking Burt Reynolds.
You've been bested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
And that's okay.
Because it's Burt Reynolds.
And you know what? Maybe come up with a joke at your own expense. Right. You know what I mean? Like, oh, it doesn't usually rain in California. I am all wet. Yeah. I mean, just like
something. Just
because you want to be respectful of the show that you're on. Of
course.
Be respectful to Jay's show. And go, you know what? That is Burt Reynolds. And I did say, hey, you're divorced. Right. Like, that's fucked up.
Yeah. So unnecessary.
Like, I'm not divorced and you are. Like, a lot of people are divorced. You don't have to, like.
Right. My wife still loves me.
Yeah.
Nobody
Yours
loves you.
doesn't.
Yeah.
You got divorced. Like, it's like literally, they said 5 words to each other. Hey, how's divorce? I wouldn't know. Like, such a mean thing. Who goes there? You know? I mean, like.
Immediately.
Yeah. She left you, huh? Anyway, back to Double Dare. All right, go on.
Control of the program, ladies and gentlemen. Just...
Not really. He's not a neatness freak anymore.
It's a good line. Let him get the line.
Welcome to late night television.
On this nice little quiet, Nickelodeon Lifetime, we do a little show. We do some sewing. We do some little, things like that. Burt Reynolds just threw water on me. Did you notice that, folks?
And you'll treasure it later.
Don't touch me.
Okay, listen. And you'll treasure it. Let him have it. Let the guy and nobody wants to let anybody have it. Let him have it, and you'll treasure it later. You go, you know what? I will. Like, just say,
But you could see his ego is bothering because he wanted to grab the other thing of water.
He did.
And he's like, oh, you know what? Forget it. It's frothing in him. His ego can't let it go.
Right. He's reached for the cups, but he knows. I'm going to get that cup. He's going to slap it out of my hand again.
Yeah.
He's so out of sorts.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, I got to get revenge. I got to get revenge.
Burt fucking Reynolds.
Don't touch me. Like, what? Burt Reynolds just made me all wet.
And by the way, Mark Summers touched him first. He put his hand on
his shoulder. Put his hand on his shoulder.
Yeah, so it's like, you're showing aggression.
Right.
When he did the divorce line.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that would piss me off way more. First of all, I'm not divorced, but so that wouldn't piss me off at all. I'd be like, no, I'm happily married. But like, if somebody got a little shot in at me and patted my back, I go, who the fuck do you think you're touching? Don't touch me.
Especially if you're Burt's.
If I'm Burt Reynolds and you're Mark Summers, like in 1992, like,
fuck out of here.
Get your hand off my shoulder. Yeah. That's Hollywood royalty. This shoulder.
Yeah, he literally does not know who Mark Summers is, and he shouldn't.
He shouldn't. Keep it going.
I used to be on your show all the time. Win, Lose, or Draw. I used to love that show.
It's funny, I don't remember.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, we were talking about being a neatness fanatic.
Yes, talking about being a neatness fanatic. But you started out as a magician, if I'm not mistaken.
What's this?
Oh, a towel.
That's all right. Thank you. About a week and a half later it came. But, there we go.
Oh, he threw water on Burt. And by the way, that was like, you can applause. That was a Weasley way to do it.
It really was.
I'm going to hit you when you're not looking, very quick.
He leaned back.
Yeah, that was Weasley.
He could have just moved on and just let everything slide at this point.
Yeah.
No, but he's got an ego.
Right.
Because where Mark comes from, he's the Burt Reynolds of Nickelodeon.
In 92, Mark Summers was king shit on Nickelodeon.
He was.
Yeah, people don't even know. Like,
I mean, he was so popular they brought the game show back like 20 years later.
Yeah, Double Dare was the show. And people, Physical Challenge. Oh,
I wanted to be on that show so bad.
So did I.
Win a CD player.
Oh. Yeah, you get a Discman for sliding down the slide filled of whipped cream.
Oh, that was the best.
Yeah.
And you got to keep your Reeboks?
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
I met somebody that was on the show, and I was so jealous because he was wearing the Reeboks from Double Dare.
By the time I got to my game showdom, figure it out, it was Skechers. I did get to keep the Skechers.
That's cool.
They wouldn't let me. I couldn't get on set, especially because my hidden talent was foot related. My popping my ankle on Figure It Out. Yeah. They wouldn't let me wear my Chuck Taylors. because they have a shoe sponsorship, but they gave me Skechers to wear.
That's cool.
Yeah, so I kept the Skechers.
That's cool.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure I have. I literally probably have every article of clothing I've ever worn.
His mom's got it.
Yeah, I'm sure my mom's got it somewhere.
Do you still have that quarter?
That's a good question. I don't think I have the quarter.
The quarter. You could auction that off.
Yeah.
How much do you think I could get? 25
Maybe a
cents?
quarter. Yeah. No, if you were Mark Summers or Mike O'Malley or Mark O'Malley.
Oh, let's go to the leaderboard. Boom!
Back then,
Yeah.
you were the shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there was nothing better than having a piece of the crag. No.
I wanted one so bad.
But you know what? It does not impress Burt Reynolds.
No, Burt Reynolds doesn't care if you climb the aggro crag.
No.
He doesn't know who Mo is.
No. He's like, he thinks he had sex with her in 1976. Let's go back to it. He wants to beat the shit out of Mark Summers right now.
Thank you, Fabio.
Come on.
I mean, and also, you know what?
I don't mind that because
Mark Summers using multiple towels. Get over yourself, dude. You need multiple towels?
He doesn't want to, but he has to.
I need more towels.
Is that what he sounds like?
Yeah, like, can I have another one? No.
I mean, you might as well sound like that. That's the way he's acting.
That's right. If I was working on The Tonight Show, if I was the towel boy on The Tonight Show, and Mark was like, throw me another one, I'd be like, no. You wiener.
Yeah,
you got a
one.
towel.
Use the other side.
Dry up, idiot.
He looks like the asshole here.
Mark Summers? So far, yes.
I deserved it.
You deserved it?
I deserved it. I did it to you. I deserved it.
That's okay.
That's the kind of guy I am.
Okay.
And I was saying to your wife the other night,
Nice. See, that's old school Hollywood.
Yeah, that's funny.
That's funny. Let him have the last line.
Bert's been on a very rough book tour. I know. I saw you with Katie Couric. You were a nice guy. I saw you on one of those PBS shows. You were very sedate.
It's easy to be nice to nice people.
It is. Yes, it is.
Oh, see? See that?
It's nice to see you two.
That's a good line.
So well. He's doing his Milton Berle impression. Take a look at that. Anyway, too obscure for the room. Anyway,
it's too hip for the room. I bet that plays good on Nickelodeon.
Come on, bro. Come on.
Bert's the man.
He's the man for that one. Because you fucking bombed, dude.
Yeah.
Nobody knows what you're talking about with Milton Berle. Nobody got that.
Bet that plays good on Nickelodeon.
Right before that, Bert just looking out in the audience like, what's this guy talking about? Giving the audience the Tucker look.
Who's this guy?
Oh.
At least I have a full-time job, though. That's the thing.
True.
Where is this? Anyway.
Here's what I don't like.
What is this?
Here's what I don't like. He says, at least I have a full-time job, though, and everybody goes, and he goes, I mean, how did this get so hostile?
Guys.
You're the one being hostile, dude. Bert's still being charming. Bert's being old school Hollywood legend guy charming, where you kind of have to give the room to him.
Sure.
But if you just give the room to him, I mean, he's Burt Reynolds.
But Mark Summers doesn't know how to be charming.
You don't think so?
No. Not the class of
Burt
Reynolds.
Old school Hollywood.
He's like top tier.
Yeah. Burt Reynolds rules.
Yeah.
Yeah. Quite the coxman, too.
Oh, that's what I hear.
Yeah.
I saw that Playgirl.
Oh yeah, remember with the bear skin rug?
He showed his hose?
No, he didn't show his hose. He just
it was a no hose issue.
He blocked the hose, but you saw where the hose is.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. You never seen that? That's like a famous shot.
So,
oh yeah, he looks great.
Happily take a look.
Yeah, Google Burt Reynolds Playgirl.
Yeah,
Mike.
Yeah, do it on your work computer so they can see.
That's right. A little bit of porn.
You should be able to watch a
little bit of porn. Let's go back to it.
Wait a minute. What is this thing?
Now they brought out pies.
I don't have a coin.
Some quick thinking producer. Hey, how about pies?
All right, ready? It's the count of 3. 1, 2,
watch this.
Boom! Oh yeah. You know what Bert said? Bert said, I'm going to eat a little bit of pie, but I'm going to spike this fucker like a volleyball. I mean, he came down
with power.
Oh, and he knew it. It was the plan. It was the plan. He's like, yep, I'm going to get some whipped cream on my face. Maybe my wig is going to get slightly adjusted. But I'm going to give this guy neck trauma.
There's going to be a bloody nose.
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh
like
yeah.
If we found out Mark Summers broke his nose from this, you'd be like, oh, I get that. He wasn't that hard.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean,
there it is.
The way he slammed him down, if he had neck trauma from crunching it in.
Yeah, concussion protocol.
Yeah.
If they believed in that sort of thing back then.
We didn't have concussions back then.
No.
You just got, you got your bell rung.
You fucked him up.
He walked him.
Shake it up. Yeah, he fucked him up something fierce. Rewind, I would like to see the hit again. They gave him pies, and they had them do like a duel, where they both hit each other with a pie. But, I mean, it's literally whipped cream sprayed on a plate, a paper plate. And so Burt Reynolds really just took, and Burt Reynolds is a big guy.
Yeah.
And Burt Reynolds really just took all of his strength and put it into his palm and just slammed Mark Summers right in the face.
All right, ready? At the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh!
He also turns around before 3, so you know he was planning something.
Sizing him up.
Yeah.
Sizing him up. Oh.
Fucked up.
That's great.
Yep.
I could watch that segment like once a week.
On repeat.
Oh, I love it. I love it. It's one of my favorite things. That probably should go. It's tough to put that in the worst, best interview category, but just as television moments.
One of the best.
One of the greatest things that's ever happened to the medium. Dan in Arizona.
Hey, morning, Sam. I couldn't remember the guy's name. I was talking to Troy. But it was an interview with Buzz Aldrin. And the guy asked him, he says it's a fake. And I don't know if it's an interview or maybe just to fuck around and find out. But Buzz Aldrin just catches him with a Mike Tyson left hook to the face. And
oh, yeah.
The guy's just knocked silly. And
that's definitely a fuck around and find out scenario where basically like it's like a reporter like outside talking to Buzz Aldrin about how the moon landing was fake, and Buzz Aldrin has just heard enough of it and just leans back and punches him right in the face.
He brought a Bible. It says swear on the Bible, didn't he?
Yes.
He couldn't do it.
You think that's what it was?
Well, he just couldn't do it.
Buzz?
Whether he did or not, he wasn't able to put his hand on a Bible and say, yes, I walked on the moon.
He chose not to do it.
He chose not to.
He chose not to do it.
He chose violence instead.
Buzz? Yes, he did.
Yes.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yeah.
Here, I'll just play it from over here.
Okay.
Okay.
Why don't you swear on the Bible that you walked on the moon?
I'm not trying to get
You
in the middle
tell
of
him
anything,
to get
but
out of here.
This is a hotel.
We'll call
Right,
the police.
You cannot
We pay.
solicit. It doesn't-
Come on
you
in
cannot-
here. We'll call the
you cannot
police.
solicit
You
on
like
this
that? Why don't you swear on the Bible that you walked on the moon?
It doesn't, sir. I have nothing to do with this. But you cannot solicit on this property.
We just paid to rent out the penthouse to shoot up there. So
you can't solicit like this on this property.
keep shooting.
All right. Well, then I'd go through my measures.
You got to keep shooting, man. Okay. Well, you can put it on your shoulder. Don't be shy.
Just come with me, Buzz.
You really like attention.
You're the one who said you walked on the moon when you didn't. Calling the kettle black, if I ever thought of it. Saying I
Will you
misrepresented
get
myself.
away
from me. You're a coward and a liar and a
That's great. Right up to your face. You're a coward and a liar. How about I punch you in the face? How about that?
That guy was on, the guy that doing the interview was on Rogan like a year ago or so.
Oh, really?
He's still way into the moon landing hoax.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, so he's like a conspiracy theorist.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's great. That's great. Max in Baltimore.
Hey, Sam.
What's up, Max?
So, not much. So, really good interview. That not only good interview, but top soundbite and the top caper is Kai the Hitchhiker.
Oh, yeah. Smash.
Yeah. And everything that happened as a result is just absolutely nuts. Like, I saw a Netflix documentary recently and just
bonkers.
Totally crazy.
Bonkers. Thank you, Max. That's a good call. Yeah, the Kai the Hitchhiker interview was great. But yeah, I mean, he ended up like apparently killing a guy.
What do you mean apparently?
Allegedly.
He went to jail.
Still alleged.
That's convicted.
Oh.
Now you're a killer.
They can't sue you if you are in jail for it?
No, you're safe. Don't worry about it.
He killed that guy.
Yeah, he killed that guy good.
Yeah, it felt like he was like maybe went home with him. Maybe there was like some kind of, escort scenario type of thing.
A little essay?
I don't know that there was A, just S.
Oh, okay.
It was more of an S scenario.
Okay.
And then, while he was there, he decided. But sometimes I think Kai the Hitchhiker may not have had all his marbles. Sometimes I think he may have had a screw loose. I don't know if anybody's ever really dove into that idea, but that's kind of where I'm at with it. Smash. What's up?
I just didn't know if we had the video.
You want it?
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
Man, there would have been a hell of a lot of bodies around here. I hop on out, and so I grabbed the bag, I threw it over by that pole right there, and then Buddy gets out, and these two women are trying to help him. He runs up and he grabs one of them, man. Like a guy that big can snap a woman's neck like a pencil stick. So I ran up behind him with a hatchet.
Stick.
Smash, smash, smash. Yeah.
Yeah. They're like, what?
I mean, he's a charming guy.
Oh, yeah.
And he's describing, by the way, killing a man with a hatchet or attacking a man with a hatchet. But he did it for the right reasons.
Like it ain't no thing.
Right. Smash. Yeah. What's up, Malcolm?
Oh, sorry, buddy.
A great quote from him talking about the dude that he murdered. Apparently, he was asked, apparently the dude he murdered in that whole, escort sort of situation, he said, do you know how many hot chicks, never mind, even if I was gay, do you know how many hot guys wanted to fuck me after that shit in California? So he is really charming. Everybody wants him.
Yeah, I get
the
it.
guy he murdered.
Chicks, dudes.
I get it.
Yeah.
There are people that will look at that murder scenario and realize what happened right before it and go, yo, Kai, I didn't know you get down like that. I love it. Well, look, all right. I'll do the right thing. We'll take a break.
Oh.
I'm not just going to roll right into the Diddy trial.
Thank you so much.
We'll take a break.
You're the man.
Give you the updates on the Diddy trial. A whole bunch more to talk about. New E60 coming out. Oh, and by the way, if you didn't get a chance to hear it, the Mark Maron interview from yesterday was fabulous. He was a great guest. Always is a great guest, but he was awesome yesterday. So if you didn't get a chance to hear it, make sure you make some time for it later in the day after the show. And, oh my God, tomorrow, new episode of Satisfying?
Uh-huh.
Okay. I mean, I never heard anything like this before from Nicole.
Okay.
You
guys okay now?
We went through our fight last week.
Right.
We're okay now.
Okay. Good.
This one blew my mind.
I mean, that's saying a lot because I feel like every week she blows your mind.
I made her call her husband and tell him on the show what she just said.
I feel like you've done that before.
But this one, wait.
No, I'm not dismissing it. I'm saying
I have had to do it before. That is
poor
true.
Matt.
That is true.
He probably knows on Tuesdays or whenever you guys tape.
Yeah.
He's probably getting a phone call.
Probably, and it's not good news.
Can you give us a hint?
I'll just tell you.
Okay, good.
Okay, so I don't know if you know this or not, but for somebody to be made a saint, they get canonized.
Mm-hmm.
You've heard of this idea of being canonized before. You've heard the word canonized, like canonization. We've heard this before, of course. Nicole goes, yeah. She goes, yeah, they're making this new saint. We weren't even planning on talking about it. She's just like, yeah, they're talking about making this new millennial saint, who had cancer or whatever. That they did some miracle stuff. Yeah, they gotta shoot him out of a cannon. What is the process? And I went, what? And she was like, well, I know they shoot them out of a cannon. And I go, what?
Do it.
And she's like, well, yeah. She's like, she just saw something that said this guy was being canonized, and she went, oh, being shot out of a cannon. And I said, do you think the clowns at the circus are being canonized? She legit thought she had all the information there. This person is considering being made a saint. In order to be made saint, you have to be canonized. She 100% not wondered, but said, my belief. I'm walking through life going, I know now that Catholics, when somebody is up for sainthood.
I would meaning you're the best person you could possibly have ever been.
Yes. That they die. Then they get cremated. They cremate the body. Again, I have no idea where this information was coming from. Right. She just saw canonization, and she said, "This is
how it
she
plays
just
out."
Comes to her own conclusions. Cremated, fired out of a cannon. I said,
so disrespectful.
I said, I don't even think they have cannons in the Vatican. Why would they fire?
They got a McDonald's.
Why would they fire him out of a cannon? And she goes, well, I mean, like, when like a soldier dies and they fire the rifles, I'm like, that's not the soldier that they're firing out of the rifles. Those are blanks. They don't cremate the soldier and then put him in the rifle and then they fire the rifles.
Oh my God.
I mean, it's insane.
Yeah. I am so glad you were there to unpack it.
Right, where just like...
Because you're not going to let it slide. You're going to be like, no, we need to get to the bottom of what you just said.
Stop everything. Like, how could you take this and go like, well, I'm going to assume this means that. So once I get to that, I'm just going to live with this. Like, she was like, it's a fact. She didn't ask me, did they fire him out of a cannon? She said that's when they like fire him out of a cannon.
Yeah.
I hope her kids don't come to her for like help with school stuff.
I mean, I'm not going to tell you how we got there because I would like you to watch or listen to Satisfying.
I will.
Tomorrow. It comes out tomorrow morning. She also accidentally told her daughter about like that there's like pleasurable feelings in butt stuff.
Oh my God. Oh. How old's your daughter?
11.
That's a little young. No,
I thought so.
You thought so too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
You thought so?
I haven't even come close to tackling. I mean, my kids are younger than that a little bit, but like even with my 8-year-old, I haven't even sort of how am I going to deal with like explaining butt stuff?
Yeah.
No. Oh man. She said people do it there because it feels good.
Why would you even have that conversation?
I don't know. To
Ever?
an 11-year-old. I mean, maybe she's like 19.
I don't even know. You're way past any sort of time.
I mean, it's just
What's wrong over there?
It's a weird thing for a mother to discuss with her daughter. First of all,
well, her daughter's in like health class,
right?
So she had questions about like intercourse.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
and I mean, Nicole
she says, by the by, there's also butt stuff.
Yeah,
and you got to phrase it gently for an 11-year-old. So why are you even talking about the anal?
Yeah, I don't know because you can't have babies out of the anal.
You can't?
That's true, Malcolm.
Yeah, did you know?
I know you're still in school. You can't have babies out of the anal. This is Nicole from the Morning Mashup.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I found out both those things yesterday. That she thought canonization was firing out of a cannon, and she accidentally talked to her daughter about butt stuff and said people do it because it feels good.
Oh my God.
So check out the Satisfying podcast tomorrow.
What a tease.
Yeah. If you're behind on episodes, all the episodes are up across all audio platforms and YouTube. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
We're back. The Sam Roberts Show.
I'm Bobby.
Morning, Sammy.
Morning, dude.
Hey, I know how much you love watching those trucks get the can opener treatment. So I'm my algo. I got a new one for you.
Okay.
It's boat ramp fails.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna take a guess. Is this like people are bringing their boats, on the back of their trucks, and then they let and then they have the big ramp going down at the docks, except they're a little short, so they let their boats off their whatever those things are called, and they end up just on the ramp but not in the water?
Damn, Sammy. Right again.
Oh, that's
awesome. Are you
awesome.
ever wrong?
No, I haven't. Well, I mean, I'm sure I will be at some point, but we haven't hit it yet. So, but that sounds awesome.
It's getting their boats into the water or trying to pull them out. One that you could look up on Instagram, all one word, Miami Boat Ramps.
Miami Boat Ramps. That sounds great.
I think
great.
You're going to love it.
Thank you, Bobby. What a great suggestion. Because when you think about it, it's like, what could be less convenient than a boat on land? Like, it's just, there's nothing. Once you get it off wheels, it was on wheels, and that's fine. But once it's off wheels, but now it's just on land, it's just giant thing and nothing to do with it. What are we going to try to do here?
I just chose one.
Sure. The crew shows you how to take it easy around the ramp. Okay, so they're at the docks. A little dock rub to start. She hit the dock a little bit. That's fine. Steering.
Okay.
Oh, okay. The truck is in the water.
Oh, I see.
I guess
I don't know. Is the hitch in the water?
I guess the hitch is submerged. That's what it looks like because the truck is all the way in.
Yeah.
It's on a pickup truck. I mean, I'm going to tell you this right now.
I'm going to bail out of this one because I don't think it's that bad.
Okay, but I will tell you this. If I was sitting at a dock in the summer and I was watching people try to steer their boats onto the hitch and they just couldn't do it, I mean, I could sit there for probably 7 hours watching that. Just like little turn, oh, too far. Little turn, oh, too far. Okay, there's a guy like kind of
holding on.
Yeah, just getting pulled on the back of it.
Which I don't know if that's smart. Look at the motor.
No, the motor's right next to him. Looks like a very small pontoon boat.
Can you get it like chopped up?
You could. Yeah. Yeah, that's not a sailboat. It's a pontoon boat, I believe. Oh, here you go. Okay, we're backing the boat up into the water. I just love it because there's a culture of people. Like, it should be really tough to get a boat, I think. You know, because they're very difficult to control.
Tougher than a car.
Way tougher than a car. Like, I mean, I've seen cars drive themselves. You know, boats.
Oh, yeah.
Boats
they get lit on fire.
Yeah, you light them on fire. Nobody knows the wiser. You know, it's fine. But, like, there's a lot of people who just buy boats because it's a mark of success. They don't know what to do with their money. They're idiots in Oregon. There's a million reasons why people do this. But they have no sort of formal training or anything. They don't actually know about boats. But you could just buy one. You know, somebody will sell you a boat. And then you're kind of on your own. And no, like, guys especially don't want to admit they have no idea how to use their boats.
Right.
So they end up fucking the whole thing up. It's almost like you have to buy a boat that you know you're going to fuck up and learn on it so that way, when you get your next boat, you kind of know how to do boats.
And it's such an expensive thing to own.
Completely expensive thing. Like, people on Long Island that do it are nuts because you can use it for about 3 months a year. You know what I mean? Like, it's like there's you then have to pay because you can't leave it outside all winter. So you have to pay to have it in like one of those giant boat warehouse things, I believe.
Or just happen to own a house on the water.
Yeah. Yeah, if you have your own little dock there, your own personal dock.
I don't know.
If you're wealthy.
Yeah, none of these are overly exciting.
No.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm trying.
It's taking a stab at the dark here.
I wish Mike was back. Eric in Colorado.
Hey, Sam. So, yeah, there on YouTube, there's a couple dozen channels dedicated to boat ramp fails. There's 3 or 4 that are out of South Florida or Florida in general. There's a couple that are out of Lake Havasu in Arizona. And I have wasted many hours watching these videos. You just start laughing, especially the ones where somebody fucks up and their vehicle ends up in the water sinking.
Oh, that fucking rules.
Okay, that's what I want to see.
That rules. Is that like the top tier boat fail, like that you drive your car all the way into the water? Oh.
Well, it's like they back their pickup or SUV in, and either they forget to set the parking brake or they do
they're going backwards.
Wrong.
Oh,
and the whole thing, and there goes the vehicle.
Oh, that's great. Oh, that's great. And do you think?
And one of the ones.
Yeah, go ahead.
So in one of the ones in South Florida, there was
he hit his balls, dude. I'm sorry, Eric. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Oh, and now the boat's on the ground. This guy had. Okay, so I'm going to try to explain. I'm going to try to explain what we just saw. This guy had no idea what he was doing. That's what it always is. He has no business with a boat, but he wants to be a boat guy. The boat is clearly not properly attached to the, what's it called?
The truck?
Hitch?
The hitch. I'll call it the hitch.
The trailer.
It's the trailer. It's clearly not properly.
Yeah,
it's not properly attached to the trailer. And he's trying to figure out how to get it on. So what he does is the boat is just almost resting on the trailer. And then this dude is hanging off the hood of his boat and gripping, for whatever reason, the back end of his pickup truck as they try to drive it out of the water. And then they drive too fast and the boat doesn't go with him and he ends up falling between the two and hitting his nuts.
And there's what that thing is it's like a pulley that you crank it and then it'll pull the boat up.
Sure.
So he hangs on, and then
that's how you secure your boat to the trailer.
And so it slips. He falls off the boat and he wails his balls right on that crank
because he's trying to avoid something bad. And like the worst that's going to happen is the boat is going to fall in the water, which is where boats go anyway.
So one of the channels out of South Florida, there is, I think it's an alligator that is in the area near the boat ramps, and they warn people about it.
That'd be great. That'd be great. You're just sitting in the water trying to get your boat on the boat ramp, and then an alligator comes and attacks you. That'd be awesome. I love it. I mean, Eric,
it's a great way to waste a lot of time.
This is mainly people who buy boats without any sort of semblance of knowledge of how to use boats, right?
Well, it is, but also like there's videos, guys trying to back their trailers into the water,
right?
And I mean, some of those are just as funny because they have no clue what the fuck they're doing.
Oh, that's great. That's great, Eric. Thank you for kind of getting us in here into this world further. Because you're right. You got to see a good one.
We just needed to find the right one.
That's right. That's right.
And that one was a good one.
Yeah. Jonathan in Connecticut. What's up, Jonathan?
What's going on, guys?
Hey, man.
So I did this boat club in Stanford. So essentially what you can do, you just pay a fee, and they just give you one training course, and they go, okay, here's a bunch of boats. Just go out and have fun. And the going out, do you know in Stanford, the harbor point?
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah, so I used to do it there. And they essentially just they don't know you. You just paid, one training, and they're like, okay, there's like two high school kids being giving you the keys and okay, go, come back in 3 hours. Yeah, and so the going out, once you're out in the water, boats are not hard. It's the docking that's really difficult. So again, that's the scariest part for me. They don't decide, hey, let me jump in the boat with you, and dock it for you. They're just standing there, just waving, just come on in, and boats don't stop. So that's probably the scariest thing of hitting a $500,000 boat in the dock. Again, with no formal training, as long as you got the money.
Yeah, you went to the 5-hour course, right? All right, you're good. You're good.
You can ride the monorail.
Yeah, you get your boat license online now. So you take an 8-hour course.
Yeah,
so you can literally just go online and do some stupid course, and that's it.
I mean, thank you, buddy. It goes right back to...
You don't have to take a physical course or anything?
I mean...
That's insane.
Well...
That's how you get a marriage license is online.
That's right. That'd be like learning how to fly a 737 only using the video game version of it.
That'd be crazy.
That'd be so nuts. To just use a flight simulator and then get to fly a 737.
Good thing they don't do that.
No, that'd be nuts. Yeah, I mean, it goes back to my initial hypothesis from a couple of weeks ago, which is we have no business doing stuff on the water. We just haven't mastered the water.
That's right. You did say that.
We haven't done it. We haven't mastered it. We don't know what we're doing.
You think we've mastered the sky?
More so.
More so than...
You need a hefty amount of training to get up in the sky.
You know why? Also, because there's nothing, unknown in the sky.
No. It's space.
There's monsters and stuff down in the sea.
100%. There's no way you can convince me we've discovered everything in the sea.
Exactly.
I mean, they tried to take a boat down there, it crushed like a soda can
so quick
with an Xbox controller.
There's places down in the sea you can't see. You can't go down there.
Yeah, and they say the seaweed is always greener in somebody else's lake.
What?
Yeah, some people want to go up there.
Yeah,
big mistake.
Okay, but we know everything that's in the sky.
And it's so dark down there.
Clouds and birds.
It's so dark down there.
UFOs.
What?
That's a good point.
There's UFOs up there.
UFOs, yeah.
There are?
Chinese weather balloons.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Those are just weather balloons, right?
Yeah, we just shoot them down. No big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine?
It's fine.
Okay, good.
That kid who got stuck in one of those balloons.
Balloon Boy?
Balloon Boy.
You talking about Balloon Boy?
Yeah.
John in Virginia. What's up, John?
Hey, guys. One thing that's a lot less dramatic than these videos, but it happens a lot, and it's very expensive, is people that don't realize you need to unplug the trailer lights before you put the boat and the trailer down in the water, because when that plug goes in the water, it can fry the entire fucking computer.
I love that. See, it's bringing me joy. I love a really just dumb mistake, like I just forgot, that it ends up being very, very pricey. I love that. Because then the guy has to go. You go well, why'd you do that without unplugging? And he's like, I don't know, I forgot.
I was drunk.
Yeah. Just because you're dumb.
Drunk.
Yeah.
If you're operating a boat, you probably are.
Of course, that's like a prerequisite. You got on a boat.
That's one of the things that you go out on a boat to do.
Yeah.
Right. And they're like, but sir, you were getting in your truck with the boat on it. What? Huh?
Come again?
Yeah, I don't know what you're saying.
Don't Fauci my freedom.
Yeah, that's right. Scott in New York?
Hey, guys, how you doing?
Good.
Hey, if you look up videos of the Hull Over Marina in Miami, it is a bunch of idiots in boats that shouldn't be out there. There's waves that are bigger than their boat. They're out there in little John boats trying to get in and out of this marina, and there's a guy that just films it all day long.
That's great.
People flipping out of the water, and people got to go rescue them. And
it's amazing. That's amazing. Thank you, Scott. I mean, they'll let you get on a jet ski with no training.
No training, and you could be like 12.
Yeah,
that's more like a ride, though.
You could do some damage with a jet ski.
Yeah, you can kill yourself on a jet ski.
Run into other people.
When we did summers in Kentucky, I distinctly, I believe my sister did drive me around on a jet ski probably when she was 12.
Yeah.
You probably still do that in Kentucky.
Kentucky, yeah. Kentucky's cool.
Kentucky's land of the free.
Yeah. Kentucky's great because there's like definitely water moccasins in that water. And we're like, I don't care, we'll swim in it.
What are water moccasins?
Snakes.
Oh!
Yeah. Water snakes.
I thought you meant literal moccasins.
No. Water moccasins are like big, black, like lake
Mambas?
snakes. They're not like anacondas. But they're not good. But I think they got water moccasins in the water in like Kentucky Lake and Lake Barkley and all those lakes, and we didn't care.
Did you ever feel one?
No.
Did you ever feel anything?
Nope. But no. We get in the water, we jump off the boat, take the pontoon boat out.
Was it like a quarry?
No, the person just fell off the boat.
That's funny. Look at that boat. That boat is in the air. Holy shit.
Yeah. Hilarious.
That's fun to do on a jet ski.
Yeah.
Waves like that, I'll catch air. I'll catch air, land, and then go flying off.
You want to take out the wave runners? Yeah, let's take out the wave runners. Yeah. Yeah, and we wait for the pontoon boat to drive by and then go through the waves that the pontoon boat had just made. Yeah.
I like that when they have a boat too, and then they put like an inflatable couch.
Oh, yeah.
And then they like turn and it's like grazing across the top of the lake.
Yeah.
Those are just fun water pranks.
Super fun water pranks. Yeah, we did all that stuff. Except we didn't do it in anything like tropical like Miami or any place like that. It was always in Kentucky. But
For vacationing?
Oh, yeah. We love Kentucky.
That's fine, though, because that's where your family's from.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Cadiz and Paducah.
What's Cadiz? Is that a place?
Those are places.
I thought that was another thing that was in the lake.
It might as well be.
I don't know. I'm not that smart.
I took my wife to the they call it a resort where we stayed.
Okay.
Not a resort.
Motel in other places?
It could be. Technically, the rooms don't open out.
That was going to be my first question.
It is a ranch-style hotel.
Okay. Well, that's fine, because you're also in tornado country.
That's right.
Like, you can't have that many multi-story places.
That's right. It's a ranch-style hotel that we used to always go to. And, I mean, we would literally take the whole hotel over for a week. It was the funnest thing ever. Because, like, it's not a giant hotel, but the whole family's coming in.
Roberts's.
Yeah, it's our spot for the week. And we go every year, so they all recognized it. They all knew us. But, like, I took my wife there. Like,
city folk.
Right. I took my wife there, like, I don't know, 5 or 10 years ago.
So you guys were married?
I think so, yeah. And I was like, I just want to show it to you. Like, this is where we did. And she was like, oh, it's a resort. She was like, are there like massages? Or I was like, I mean, I might be able to find somebody to give you a rub down or something, but no, there's no.
I could take a class before we go.
Yeah. We were like walking through the tall grass, literally on the hotel land. And my dad was like, don't forget to watch out for the chiggers. And then like she just started laughing, and we just like turned and looked at her. You're like, what are you laughing? You gotta watch out for chiggers. Like, it's these little bugs that
yeah. It's
almost like it's a tick, but they're big and they like latch on you and stuff. She's like, what?
Did she think your dad was just telling a racy joke?
I don't know. And she was like,
oh yeah.
Do all the hotel rooms smell like cigarettes? I go, I never noticed that, but I guess so.
Come to mention
just stale cigarettes.
Well, they've been here for a while.
Right.
They've been here for a while. I go, it's great. And she goes, what?
Well, yeah, to you, it brings back memories.
I thought it was amazing.
Yeah. You're like, this is luxury.
It was amazing. Yeah. It's my favorite place. Yeah. Big John in Massachusetts. What's up, Big John?
Hey, Sam, down by the docks, the bonus alligator
sounds great. But you already had your wife locked up when you took her to the resort in Kentucky, right?
Yeah.
She couldn't escape. But I drive a truck, and we got the people with RVs towing a car, and they don't know they're not even past you, and they move over. And they have, they have no they have no business. They can barely drive a car.
Right.
And they got a car behind the bus. And, it makes for a great day out here.
It must be. Thank you, Big John. It must be so frustrating for truck drivers that, like, deal with these things. Like, they're professional commercial truck drivers.
But you have to get a special license for that, right?
To be a commercial truck?
No, to drive an RV.
It depends what size.
Yeah.
There's a certain size that you do.
Okay.
But there's other sizes. No, you can just have a regular.
That doesn't sound safe.
I mean, U-Hauls, you don't need like a...
No, that's true. Yeah,
know?
I've driven some U-Hauls before, and I'm like, I probably should not be driving this.
No, and you don't realize until you're in the car, like, oh, there's no rearview mirror.
No, yeah, like this is hard.
You know what I mean? Like, there's a box behind you.
And it's hard when you're driving, you're trying to, like, move over. It's hard to say, like, okay, if I passed this car, am I fully past them?
Right. What are the dimensions? The wind blowing on the heavy back of the thing?
Now imagine you have a car attached to your car. And you're just like, time to go.
Well, yeah, we'll just hook on the car to the back of it. Drive to the Outer Banks or wherever you're going. No. I'll take the car train or whatever. Whatever.
The car train?
Car train. Okay. You can put your cars on the train.
Sure, yeah.
So in the last week, the Diddy trial has not stopped being interesting. We haven't talked about it as much because I don't know if they're still running that Big 7, but but it has been wild. Starting from last week, they were talking to an anonymous woman known only as Jane, who said that even with, like, call me naive,
ex-girlfriend.
Jane is the ex-girlfriend. Yeah.
Dated him up until he was arrested.
That really is a Romeo and Juliet story.
Yeah.
Call me naive. I had assumed that the freak-offs were a thing of the past. Like, I had assumed that, like, maybe, like, the Brother Love era. Remember P. Diddy started calling himself Brother Love?
I thought you were talking about the Brother Love era.
I love you.
I was like, dude, come on. We're a minute into this conversation. We can't reference wrestling already.
No, you're right. But remember when P. Diddy started calling himself Brother Love?
Yes.
I thought around then was maybe when he stopped doing freak-offs and tried to turn his life around. According to Jane, that is not the case. That the FBI raids on Diddy's home did not stop the freak-offs, and he was having them up until he was arrested. Like, up until he went to jail, he was having freak-offs. As long as he's in his home, freak-offs are happening.
I believe that, too, because we've already talked about how he, up until he was literally arrested, probably thought, I'm untouchable.
Yeah.
This is not going to affect me.
Not going to affect me or my baby oil.
Back to the freak-offs.
And he did have all that baby oil.
Oh, yeah.
He could have probably gotten rid of it if he wasn't freaking off as much.
Probably. I don't know. Maybe he likes...
I mean, who needs a swimming pool full of baby oil if it's not to freak off?
That's a good point. I can't think of anything else to do with it.
That was my favorite when Diddy's lawyer, before the case, was like trying to explain why this isn't that bad.
That's right.
And he's like, I mean, this is America. People buy in massive quantities. Like, people buy in bulk. That's kind of the American way.
Look at Costco.
And honestly, he said, Diddy lives right by Costco. And then immediately Costco was like, yeah, except we don't sell baby oil, asshole. like Costco was of no help whatsoever. Yeah, Jane also said that she would describe Diddy as a cuck. Yeah. And learned, she said, that cucks could have a lot of bi-curiosity that they're too ashamed to experience themselves.
Okay.
I don't know if that's a cuck thing or a Diddy thing.
I mean,
basis of being a cuck, right? I mean,
well, I mean, you want the basis of a cuck is you want to watch your lady have another man get to know biblically.
Okay, he was doing that.
Right.
Wait, they're doing more than hugging?
No, yeah, they him and her, they got it on. Woo-wee!
Yes, they did.
But I think there's, I don't know. I mean, I can't really relate to the cuckold lifestyle. I'd be like very upset if my partner took on another partner. You know what I mean? If my wife was like, oh, wouldn't this be crazy? I'd be like, yeah, it'd be horrible.
Hey, you know,
honestly, even you bringing it up fucks me up.
Yeah.
Like, I wish you hadn't said anything because, like,
I can't stop thinking of it.
yeah, now this has fucked me up bad. Like,
now I'm bi-curious.
yeah, and also I think I'm bi-curious now.
While we're at it.
I don't know how this happened. Yeah, but I mean, I guess, I don't know. I feel like if you derive pleasure from watching your lady get pleasure, then that's still hetero, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I see,
you see what I'm
going
saying. Like, I'm trying to. I
mean, that line is blurry.
It is blurry.
Well, I don't think it would necessarily mean that you also wish that you were the girl in the situation. Like, I understand what Sam is saying here.
But imagine if you do, like, if that is your lifestyle, and you reach over to your partner and you whisper in her ear, "You're so lucky."
Okay,
then that's probably a little more bi-curious.
Okay, that's different.
That's a little different.
If your partner, who is the female in the situation,
correct,
is getting to know another man biblically.
Yeah, that's right. That's how it
and
works.
you, during that course,
derive pleasure from her pleasure.
But then also
right.
walk up to her,
right.
whisper in her ear, "You're so lucky."
Yeah.
Then that's different.
That's a little bi-curious.
Then I would think that there's some bi-curiosity.
Okay.
I'm literally so jealous right now.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Literally. No idea.
Literally. Yeah, because technically it's like there's like ween in
there is
in pornography, right?
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that's what you're looking like. That's not like where you're deriving pleasure from. That makes you bi-curious, does it? If you watch porno with a penis in it, does that make you bi-curious?
No, I guess not. But it's something about your partner makes things a little different. I guess.
Especially if you're helping pick the person.
Yeah.
I want that guy.
What about him?
I mean, what do you like?
I want him. That's the one.
I don't know. I liked it. No, it's him.
That's the guy you want. That's the guy. I mean, the guy you want.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I just think that this feels like it was her way of being like, I don't know. I guess this is how people are like that. I think that was her way of being like, Diddy's a little over the river around the bend. You know, I think she just took an opportunity.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, would you be surprised?
No. I know rumors have been around forever.
Forever. Like almost since the 90s.
Right. 100%.
So, yeah, this shouldn't come shocking to anybody.
She said that she had a birthday party in January of 2024, so like a year and a half ago, in Las Vegas for an unnamed rapper's girlfriend with Diddy. When asked by Diddy's lawyer if the rapper was an icon in the music industry, Jane confirmed that he was, and he is close to Diddy both personally and professionally.
Oh boy.
And obviously, if it's his girlfriend's birthday, the relationship with his girlfriend has to be significant enough that, like, you'd throw a big party and invite your professional celebrity friends over. Like, almost like it would be a girlfriend that, like, in 2024, that you could, like, would blow you on an Italian boat.
Sure, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's...
If you're just throwing things out there.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. If you're an icon in the rap industry.
And she said that this person was an icon, is an icon in the rap industry.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. I can think of a few people.
There are a few icons. And they know P. Diddy.
Iny Kamosi.
You think it was Iny Kamosi?
It could be.
Could be. We don't know because we don't know the name.
No, he's an icon and a hot stepper.
Does he still love it like that, though?
Yeah.
He is. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's good to know.
Kanye's girlfriend or wife, I guess it now.
Sure.
She was born January 5th.
Oh.
That's
when was the party?
January.
Oh. And there's a lot of people born
Why
in
you look that
January,
up?
though. Yeah, what are you doing, dude?
I have Google. So.
You did? You found that right there? Yeah. Oh, man.
That's fucked up.
They did the birthday party in January.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, no, a lot of people immediately assumed they were talking about Diddy. Or Kanye.
Yeah.
Yeah. And poor Bianca.
Oh, Bianca. She testified the mysterious rapper told her he had a crush on her. That does sound like some Kanye stuff to do.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I have a crush on you. Like a grown man telling another adult that they have a crush on them. I can't. I mean, that's weird, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
Like to use terminology like I have a crush on you when you're an adult?
40s?
But it's like if you're being cute, I guess. I mean, it could be used
flirtatiously.
Flirtatiously.
I think I have a crush on you. Yeah, okay. all
It
right.
seems like something a bi-curious person would say.
That's a good point.
Okay, you're going back to the other stuff. Okay. And he would also say that he always wanted to blank me.
Oh, like Blank Man?
Blank Man. He always wanted to watch Blank Man.
I get that. That's a underrated classic.
100%. She testified that the mystery rapper and his girlfriend were doing kind of similar things that Diddy did sexually. She said at the 224 Vegas party she witnessed the mystery rapper and his girlfriend watching a male escort have sex with a woman. The escort she saw was someone Diddy had hired previously. She says she spoke to the escort, and he said he had an ongoing relationship with the mystery rapper, and he traveled with him and his girlfriend. I mean, yeah, when you're like, oh, Diddy, what was that guy's name? I'd love to acquire his services. Then we're starting to drift into...
I wonder if it was the Punisher.
No, it wasn't.
Carlos Mencia?
No, it was somebody else. They named him.
Oh,
but it was like, okay.
Right.
The Punisher.
But Diddy was involved.
The Punisher!
For a while. He used his services.
He did love the Punisher. And then oddly, but it was really weird because that all happened last Thursday. And then you know who, and this is coincidence. So before you start getting weird, Troy.
Okay.
With his conspiracy theories and
Don't
everything?
do the conspiracy thing.
Okay, all right. I won't.
So this is unrelated.
Okay.
Unrelated. Next topic. On Friday, Kanye showed up at the trial. Unrelated, new topic.
Just there to support him?
Well, Kanye made a shocking appearance at the trial Friday morning, entering the courthouse through the front doors at 11 a.m. When asked by reporters if he was there to support Diddy, he gave a slow nod and said yes. So he was there to support Diddy, which is nice. But he only stayed for about 50 minutes, and apparently he had to go into a runoff room. Like, you know how like he wasn't on the list to actually get in the courtroom. So he had to go to like a runoff room and watch, I don't know, closed circuit?
Yeah, watch on TV.
Yeah.
So you didn't even get a chance to say hi to Diddy.
No.
No, but also, unless you show up right when it starts, like once the trial has begun for the day, I don't think you can go, hey, what's up, dude? Psst. Like, not to the, because he's the, Diddy in this case, he's the defendant. Yeah, so I don't think you can.
Not waving at him like Forrest Gump?
Walk over, give him a pounder.
Yeah.
Yo, bro, it's me.
What's really good?
It's Yay.
Yeah, it's me, yeah. And then a Homeland Security agent testified that 900 bottles of lube and 200 bottles of baby oil were seized from Diddy's Los Angeles home, as well as ketamine and MDMA. People love the ketamine, huh? These famous people love their ketamine. I don't believe it. I didn't realize how popular this stuff was.
Really?
Ketamine?
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I just don't travel in those circles.
No.
Who would have thought?
Yeah, I thought that was like a college
special case. Like I thought like that was more like a Rude Jude thing. Remember Rude Jude?
Rude Jude, he'd have the little bottle and he'd be like taking little toots.
That's right. Remember he came on the show. He was doing ketamine while he was on the show with us.
I do remember that.
Yeah. I go, what's in the bottle? Just ketamine. I go, okay, all right, that's fine.
Yeah, I thought that was just like a druggy high school college thing.
Elon, Diddy, everybody loves ketamine.
Man, maybe we're sleeping on this.
So this week, I was reading all about this. I was very fascinated. So I guess, Diddy's lawyer keeps asking for a mistrial, no matter what happens.
Mistrial.
Anything can happen. They're like, if somebody's 5 minutes late, they're like, I think obviously this needs to be a mistrial.
Your Honor, this obviously falls under mistrial.
This feels like a mistrial to me, Your Honor. Am I the only one catching that vibe? I don't think so. Let's send the jury home. So they sent one juror home. They really did. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I guess this juror had been lying about where he lived. It was one of those like paperwork things where he says like, I live here. And they got to make sure, and they don't know, is he lying about where he lives for reasons totally unrelated to the case? Mm-hmm. Is it a mistake? Or is he lying about where he lives because he really wants to be a juror on the Diddy case? And they don't want people like that. And so they dismissed this juror. And, Diddy's lawyers were fighting hard because apparently this juror was an African-American man who was a jail guard, like a corrections officer, who was a fan of 90s hip-hop.
Okay.
And he was replaced with a white 57-year-old architect from Westchester.
Oh.
And so Diddy's side of the fence was like, fuck. You know what I mean? Like, that's a terrible juror. That's one of the worst jurors you could ever pick. So they were like pretty pissed about it, you know? And they were vigorously objecting to the idea that this would happen. And I think maybe hoping to get a little mistrial action going on.
Because now the jury is not as diverse.
That's right. That's right. And when I say diverse, I mean there aren't as many people who love P. Diddy on the jury.
And they were really looking for, like, P. Diddy fans.
Right. We're really looking for people who have kind of celebrated his entire career.
But this guy's 52, you said?
The architect is
52,
57.
So he could have been a P. Diddy fan in the 90s?
Could have.
We were all fans of, like, everything back then.
Yeah, but he's 10 years older than Troy, which is...
No!
I know.
I mean, you want to talk about 1 foot in the grave.
Yeah, I can't believe he's still alive.
I know.
It's a miracle that guy's walking around.
Can you imagine living another decade? That's what that's why we were telling you this, Troy. Like, you walk around like, oh, you know, I'm 1 foot in the grave. But you could live another 10 years and then be a Diddy juror. Like, you haven't even tapped into life yet. These are the amazing things that could happen.
The amazing things.
That's right. And the jurors are watching freak-off tapes. Did you know that?
I did not.
Yeah.
That's true. The jurors are being shown videos from the freak-offs. The footage was from 2012 and 2014. It was the involved Cassie. It was not shown to the full courtroom, so it's the Cassie freak-off tapes, but they just showed just the jury, not the rest of the courtroom.
Which,
I mean,
yeah.
We're not trying to get our rocks off here. We're trying to have a criminal court case.
Yeah. Get the jury horny.
No, that's not. I just said we're not. I said we're not trying to do that.
My bad.
Would you raise your hand and say, Your Honor, I'm really trying not to watch this stuff anymore?
Yeah, I would. I'm trying not to whack off. I can't watch this.
They're like, well, juror number 7, you're gonna be relieved to find out none of you are allowed to whack off. That's not why we're showing you.
Your Honor, I was clear in the questionnaire that I do not want boners anymore.
I don't want to whack off.
Okay, I'm not going to whack off.
They're like,
I got diarrhea,
no.
and I got to go to the bathroom now.
Nope, right now. And I got to kind of bend over as I'm walking.
I'm going to shit myself, so I got to
go. Like, we're in the middle of the trial.
You want me to shit right here?
Okay, fine.
Is that what you're saying?
Fine, I'll shit here. I don't care.
Take a dump right here.
I don't care. You can't hold me in contempt, though, because I told you I'm going to do it. Several jurors winced. I would hope all the jurors winced.
Yeah. Yeah.
One snatched the headphones off after the first clip was played. The videos were shown brief. The videos shown were brief and about 30 seconds each. So it's like just like a best of.
Well, I don't know.
Was it a compilation?
Yeah. Yeah, just the best of.
These were shown by the prosecution.
Right.
And these totaled like about 2 minutes. So I think they showed like 4 clips.
Oh, so it's a highlight reel.
Highlight reel. Yeah.
Sizzle reel.
Yeah. It's like when Len Berman used to do Spanning the Globe.
Yes.
You know, and show all the wacky sports clips.
It's a sizzle reel.
Then they talked to Diddy's drug dealer. Alleged, by the way, drug dealer. Who's allegedly a former Syracuse University basketball player.
Oh, no, he will take the stand today.
Oh, that's happening today?
He took the stand briefly yesterday.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
He pleaded the 5th, and then they worked out a deal where he will testify under immunity.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
They're just handing out immunity to anybody.
Whoever wants it.
Yeah.
Take that.
They want to get Diddy.
Yeah. No, I get that. What year was he a basketball player?
I don't know.
You might know him.
I might know him. It's not Jerry McNamara, is it?
No, I think it's Carmelo something.
What? Yeah, I want to know who this basketball player is, because I might take in the bus with him.
Yeah, that guy. I mean, that looks like a friend you would have had.
Yeah, it does.
What is that supposed to mean?
You know.
Just like,
No.
you know.
What do you mean?
Can't get tan.
Well, so
Real pasty.
Well, it's in Syracuse. The sun doesn't come out that
Yeah.
much.
Dork.
I didn't want to say that word, but
He's a cool drug dealer on the basketball team.
Yeah, dorky looking guy.
What? He's a cool drug dealer.
Troy said it, not me.
You said it twice after Troy said it, though.
Did I? I wasn't paying attention.
We'll have to go back and check that out, because that seems
you know what?
Weird.
Yeah, I'll re-listen.
Yeah,
just dorky.
They should. Well, clearly he's not a dork because he plays for Syracuse, and sells drugs to P. Diddy, according to him.
Yeah, I wonder where the connection comes in.
Yeah, right? He doesn't look... No, you're 100% right, that he doesn't look like the type that it's like, oh yeah, that's the guy I want.
I mean, whether he looks like it or not, you're a young kid in Syracuse.
Yeah.
How does that happen?
How do you go and find Diddy and be like, oh, I have all these drugs? You know who would love drugs? Diddy. I got to go find Diddy.
Yeah.
And Syracuse is a 4-hour drive from the city.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so much of this part really interests me because it's like, how does this kid get involved?
Yeah. Oh, okay, so he's like fresh out of Syracuse. That picture's from 2019.
I mean, not fresh. Like, that was 6 years ago.
Well, yeah, but
think about what you were doing 6 years after you left Syracuse.
Fucking.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, probably.
Hell yeah.
What was that? Thanks, dude.
And you were asking people, what's the haps?
What's the haps was probably about 6 years after Syracuse.
Yeah,
That's
you were
true.
chilling with Tay Swift.
Oh, yeah.
And Elton John.
Hell yeah.
Elton John got pissed. Well, his publicist got pissed.
Yes.
That was when I was doing one question with a guest we couldn't get.
What was the question you asked Elton?
Oh, man, that was a great one. We went to a red carpet. It was probably like Tribeca.
Okay.
And we went to a red carpet, and Elton John was walking down the red carpet. And you should see, I put my most angelic face on, and I reached over to the publicist. Because this was a bit where, like, any guest that was, like, a giant star, like, we did Kim Kardashian, we did Taylor Swift, Elton John, we did a ton of them. Katy Perry, I think we made, maybe? That sounds right? And, but the bit was, we couldn't get this guest, but I'm going to get one question with them. And it was just the most random, stupid question that, like, the questions were designed that you would gain nothing from them. Like, it couldn't have any value whatsoever. And also, you could give like a one-word answer. Like, we don't even want a lot of the audio of this person's voice. That was always my thinking.
Yeah.
Like, if we could do like one-word answers, that would be great.
Yeah.
Like Taylor Swift just saying, like, I think she said grapes. That was the whole audio I got from Taylor Swift.
You don't remember what the question was?
I think it was, what's your favorite food? And she said grapes.
All right. Well, now we know.
And
Guess
I
what?
said-
That would make headlines today.
Right. Right. Maybe we'll put it back out. But I was on a red carpet, and Elton John was walking through, and he was about to leave, and I reached over to his publicist. I'm like, Miss, we just need one soundbite. It'll be about the film. Like, just one question, just very, very quick before he goes in. And she was like, okay, we'll just do you. I go, okay, great, thank you. I appreciate that so much. And then he comes over, and I go, we're here with Elton John. Elton, how are you with technology? And he goes, not great. I go, thank you for your time. And the publicist like has her arms up in the air. What the hell?
Should the publicist be happy? That was 30 seconds.
It was a waste of her 30 seconds, to be fair to her.
And you didn't mention the movie.
I didn't at all. I didn't mention the movie at all. I didn't even know I still to this day don't know what the movie was.
Tell her you'll mention it in post.
Yeah, we're going to put it in post. Don't worry about that.
Was it The Lion King? Did he do The Lion King?
Yeah, but I mean, that was a while back. That was like 1995.
Yeah.
My timeline's off.
That's okay.
That was a way. I mean, I understand that you were an adult when that came out.
Right. But yeah, that was like,
young adult.
You know, I want to be a mighty king. You know, that was a while back.
That was Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
Yeah.
It was probably for the Lion
Probably
King.
for the Lion King? No, probably not.
Gun to my head, I don't know what other movies Elton John was involved with.
Well, it could have been a documentary about him.
Was it Candle in the Wind? No,
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Maybe something to do with that movie Rocket Man.
I don't think it had anything to do with that.
Okay, all right. Well, look,
That was like 2 years ago.
Like, I'm telling you straight up, it wasn't the Lion King, dude. That's a dumb thing to say.
And it wasn't Rocket Man, because as you just said, that was 2 years ago.
Okay, well, then I'm befuddled. I don't know what the hell you're in.
Well, then that makes two of us. I know about his technology. I don't know what movie he was there to talk about. I have no clue. I know what movie these jurors have to watch. They're going to... They
watched more yesterday.
Yeah, more Freak Off yesterday. The first 2 minutes was on Monday, and then yesterday they saw an additional 15 minutes of Freak Off from Diddy's lawyers. So the prosecution showed them 2 minutes, and then Diddy's own lawyers showed them 15 minutes of Freak Off, which I guess the idea is to make it seem like they liked it.
I feel like, without knowing anything about this, that the 15 minutes they showed was very consensual.
Right. No, I would agree with you.
You know?
That's exactly right. Yes.
And I don't know what the prosecution...
Just gentle lovemaking is what you're saying?
Yeah. Love making.
Yeah.
That's a good word. But the prosecution maybe showed like pee or something. I don't know.
Drip, drip, drip.
Yeah.
And this is great.
Oh. That's
Kanye...
a weird thing to say about this trial. But
No, there's great stuff going on.
Oh, okay.
Ye. His name is Ye now.
Yes, it is.
It used to be Kanye West, then it became Ye West. Now it's Ye. Ye has been added to the visitor list, so now he can attend the trial and sit in the main courtroom.
Oh. You think he'll show up today?
I hope so. Now that he's on the list.
I wonder what name is on the list.
It would be great if the name Kanye West was on the list. And he's like, that's not my name.
I could see him saying that.
Yeah, I could too.
But it's also usually like, what's on your ID? Like if somebody comes up here,
right?
I need your real name.
Yeah. None of this
I need
showbiz.
your government name.
None of this showbiz bullshit. What's your government? State your name, gangster. That's what we say. Yeah, I will, because but I wonder if he'll be on his best behavior, if he won't cause a circus, because he knows that there's weirdness going on.
What's the weirdness?
I mean, that maybe he had a birthday party that seemed a little Diddy-ish.
Oh.
You see?
I forgot about that one.
Her birthday's in January?
5th.
What the fuck?
That's what Troy says.
That's what Google says.
I believe Google.
Is that what Google says or what the AI overview says?
It says Google.
All right.
I could ask. You want me to ask ChatGPT what it is?
No, that's fine. I think that's okay. We are, as a country, in a good place, at least in terms of sport. The announcement has been made. Joey Chestnut is back for July 4th. Joey Chestnut is back for the Nathan's hot dog eating competition. I mean, this, honestly, and I say this with peace, love, and respect, last year's Nathan's hot dog eating competition was a total joke. It was a total waste of everyone's time. It was nonsense. They basically didn't let Joey Chestnut, who is the greatest American eater that's ever lived, they didn't let him compete because he has a deal with vegan hot dogs.
Yeah.
He has this deal where he has multiple sponsors, obviously. Everybody wants to get in the Joey Chestnut business.
You should sponsor him.
Oh, how much do you think it costs to get a Not Sam put somewhere on him?
I can't imagine it's that much.
Maybe I get Eater X instead. That's probably cheap. But they said he's got a vegetarian hot dog deal. They said this conflicts with our deal. So you can't be at Nathan's unless you drop the sponsorship. And he's like, well, yeah, right. I'm going to just give up my money for you. No, that's not happening.
Or I think, was it maybe that he had to eat vegetarian hot dogs as part of his sponsorship?
You think it was, the problem was with the vegan people?
I think so.
And not Nathan's?
I think so.
He couldn't, because I think now the way they've kind of come to terms on it for this year is they're kind of putting it as vegan hot dogs and hot dogs are two separate things.
Right, yeah. Nathan said it viewed the hot dog as direct competition with its all-beef product, which
No.
It's not.
No.
If I'm at the grocery store, I'm not thinking
I was going to get Nathan's, but look at these plant-based hot dogs. That sounds much better. They have Impossible dogs.
Yeah, that's never happened. That is not competition.
Yeah. So I don't think he had to eat them.
No, you're right.
You're right. But they viewed it as competition, so now they've decided, probably because the last hot dog eating competition was such a joke, and we need this for, the American morale and spirit, that
Plus Netflix swooped in and had a great event.
They had an incredible event. Netflix, did you guys watch it? Did you guys watch Joey Chestnut versus Kobayashi last year? It was unbelievable.
You gave your son a core memory, I remember.
Yes, we were watching while we were having a July. It was Labor Day. While we were having a Labor Day cookout, they said, "Okay, have your little fun with July 4th. Labor Day, we're doing a live Netflix eating contest where it's Kobayashi versus Joey Chestnut." And of course, Kobayashi was the perennial favorite at the Nathan's hot dog eating competition for so long. But to watch, Joey Chestnut, it was they called it the first murder on Netflix. They might as well do a true crime doc on Netflix about how badly Joey Chestnut embarrassed Kobayashi.
Called Making a Murderer.
Making a Murderer. The Joey Chestnut story. Because he killed him. I don't remember what the final score was, because it was last summer, but he destroyed him. And he also, not only was it not close, but he also, the amount of dogs that he ate was so far above and beyond what happened at Nathan's that it was almost like you don't even look at Nathan's anymore.
It was 83-66.
He ate 83 hot dogs in 10 minutes.
It's insane.
And what was the Nathan's number last year?
Good question.
I mean, it's insane. And you're watching, like, the strategy behind it and everything. The ultra focus. See, like, Joey is, like, drinking a lot of water, keeps his body straight. Kobayashi almost rocks with it. Lean with it, rock with it is what Kobayashi always likes to do. But see, he's like moving with it to almost like help shimmy it down.
What did I just say? 86? 83?
What did I say?
What did I say? Okay, Joey did 83.
Okay.
You know who won, or you know what the score was for Nathan's that year?
What?
58.
Oh, come on. Like, that's what I mean. It's like, why even bother having the competition?
That's pathetic.
Right. It'd be like, oh, you know, who can throw a football the best? We're not inviting Tom Brady. Why? Then it's not. Then that's not the competition we're having anymore.
Yeah, who's going to win? Uncle Rico?
He could have. At a point in time, there was a time where he could go right over the mountains.
Right over those mountains.
Yep.
Yeah, they could have won states.
One day he'd like to be all rich, living in a mansion on top of a big hill.
Guess what? He will be.
Yeah. Yeah, dreams come true. Yep. Yeah, so it's very, very exciting stuff. Very, very exciting times. Joey Chestnut is back for the July 4th Nathan's hot dog eating competition. I'll be locked in. I hope he creams him. I hope
who's going to
not even come close? Yeah. I hope it's not even... I hope it's a joke. Like, I hope it's not even
with 58?
Fair. And what are you going to do when Joey Chestnut retires? I mean, professional eating in the United States is totally fucked.
Yeah.
But until then...
Yeah, there's no one on the come up.
No.
Not
even close. 58.
58?
I mean, 58 is still a lot.
It's a lot, but, like, I'm going to be sitting there going, like, you know, back in my day, I watched a guy do 86 glizzies.
This is the guy who ate 58 last year.
He's got his mohawk on. I love that he wears headphones because he's got to play his music to
Old
get in the zone.
headphones, too.
Yeah.
He has to get in the zone.
Yeah. Those headphones suck.
Yeah, but you know what? The young people, and he does look young.
Yeah.
They like old technology.
Retro.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when Danielle was in here talking about she likes her regular cameras, like old school digital cameras.
Dude, when we took our daughter to prom and they were taking photos, so many kids with digital cameras.
That's wild.
Yeah.
You using digital cameras, Malcolm?
I'm not, no, but it's like, it's sort of like a hot girl thing right now to have a film or a digital.
Yeah.
I caught Kathy Kelly using a digital camera at WWE. I was like, why are you using a digital camera?
What'd she say?
She was like, I don't know, the pictures are better.
That's what people say. And guess what? They are. Because Apple's like...
But also it's a hot girl thing.
It is a hot girl thing, but I also think it's because kids are realizing that, like...
The filters?
Just Apple, like, with their HDR, just like...
Right, that's kind of what I meant by filters.
Crushes these images so much that they don't look as good as they can.
Yeah. And they're not natural.
No, they're not. And
they're
that's
like
why,
so weird and morphed and stuff.
Mm-hmm. And this is one of these situations where the backslide is better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We referenced it earlier. Did you see the video of Apple executives talking about why Siri is so bad?
I did, yeah.
It's so funny, dude. It is so funny. So Craig Federighi. And who's the other guy? Do you know?
Eddie Q.
Oh, was it Eddie Q?
No, I wish.
I would have gotten very excited. They were sitting down with this reporter, and the reporter was basically like, hey, why does Siri suck? You said Siri was going to be good. It still sucks. You showed Siri being good. It still sucks.
Because last year they showed, like, personalized Siri.
Right, like AI Siri.
Yeah, where it was like, hey, like, your mother's flight is about to land.
Your mother's flight.
Well, no, that's how they said it.
And then they were like, but it's really funny because, like, usually Apple executives are all so polished. But this time they were like they know that they did not. This is almost like Maps. Like, they did not deliver.
Is this the one that you saw?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because they were on a few.
Yep, that's the one. That's the lady.
Okay.
She Tucker Carlson them. It reminded me of the Ted Cruz interview.
It was that bad?
Caught a real ass whooping, huh?
Well, it was just in the way they, like, stammered through what they were saying, and almost the facial expressions too. Like, at one point somebody zoomed in on Craig Federighi. Oh. And, like...
Have some respect. He's a silver fox.
He is a silver fox, but his face is changing, and he's like...
He's getting older.
But no, like...
We've grown up with him.
No. He forgets to do a smile. And then he remembers to do a smile. And he's like,
Well, that's the problem. Apple doesn't have a lot to smile about lately.
No.
So, you know.
And they also all went to the same class for public speaking where they do this with their hands. Like they play an accordion whenever they're public speaking. If you look at all these Apple events, they all accordion their hands.
Their fingertips touch each other.
Yeah, their fingertips start touching. And if you like you don't notice it if you're paying attention to what they're saying. But if you just start reading their body language, it's the most bizarre thing you've ever seen.
What is that about? Because Trump does that. You ever see that where they put an
Yes, he
accordion
does.
in his hands?
Yes, he does. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, here's a clip of it from Joanna Stern.
So many people associate Apple and AI with Siri since plus 10 years ago now.
Sure.
And so there is
You see how like
real
he buzzed for a
expectation
second when he's like answering the question, he almost looks exhausted. Like rewind just a little bit so you can see Craig Federici's face.
Sure.
You see what I mean? Like he's not smiling. He doesn't have that sort of charismatic, like I want to hang with this guy. He's like, are we talking about Siri again? I don't know what to tell you about Siri.
He is a silver fox though.
Oh yeah.
He is, and usually he's very charming, very smiley, very handsome. But this is not the same guy.
No, it's not.
Sure.
And so there is a real expectation that Siri should be as good, if not better, than the competition.
Oh, and I think ultimately it should be. That's
But it's not right now.
That's certainly our mission. Yeah, but that's our mission. You know, we set out to tell people last year where we were going. I think people were very excited about Apple's values there, an experience that's integrated into everything you do, not a bolt-on chatbot on the side, something that is personal, something that is private. We started building some of those and delivering some of those capabilities. I, in a way, appreciate the fact that people really wanted the next version of Siri, and we really want to deliver it for them, but we want to do it the right way.
When's the right way going to come along?
Well, in this case, we really want to make sure that we have it very much in hand before we start talking about dates for obvious reasons.
You see how it's like word salad big time?
Well, yeah, because like they fucked up last year.
Yeah.
Like they did something rare in their case where they showed tech that wasn't ready yet.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So-
Usually it's just like and I think it's because they were behind the 8 ball a little bit.
Yes.
They were like wanting to be like, we're working on this too, as opposed to like usually they just drop it and it's like it's ready to go. You've never seen anything like this.
This is a rare time where they're playing catch up, and it's obvious that they're playing catch up. They're playing catch up with AI
Or ketchup.
Ketchup.
Okay.
Yeah, they're playing it with AI. They're playing it with your personal assistant like Siri. Like Siri hasn't changed in years. It's just been the same thing.
You should be able to rename it so it's not Siri. Like, you know what I would rename my personal assistant?
Go ahead.
Hot Dog.
Hot Dog set an alarm for 10 minutes?
Yeah, if I just had a little digital hot dog with me all the time.
I mean, you could just have him live with you.
Wouldn't it be great if I was like, Hot Dog, set my alarm for 6 a.m.? Okay. He takes my phone. You got it, boss.
Copy.
That's what I want my digital assistant to be. Hot Dog just next to me with my phone.
Copy.
Siri, open Twitter. Or Hot Dog, open Twitter. Copy.
There you go.
Here you go.
So yeah, they're, they put themselves in this bad position where they're like, hey, look at this.
Yeah.
And then a year later, like that was last year. And now it's iOS 26 now. And the thing that they showed off last year where they said coming soon, they don't even mention this year.
It didn't come.
No.
It's like Troy.
Oh, I mean, he just doesn't want to get boner.
No, it didn't come.
That's fine.
Yeah.
No, I don't mind that.
Yeah, because you're not doing that right now.
I'm not jacking.
So then how could you, right?
Exactly.
Right. Right. So I'm not taking a shot. I'm just saying like
No, you're just.
Hey, neither is he, right?
Hey, I like that. That's a good one.
Man, he's this guy.
This guy. You never know which direction he's going. You got to have eyes in the back of your head with this one.
Yes, he keeps you on your toes.
Oh, yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. Yeah.
So now they got to go out. I mean, you never see Apple executives going on these like apology tours.
No,
like,
yeah, especially when like to his face she was like, but Siri is not the best, and he's like, no,
it's not.
No, but they like being the best.
They do.
Historically.
And for a very long time they were.
Yeah.
And now you've got a non-creative that's the head of the company and a bunch of departments that all think they should be the king shit.
Although at the same time, I feel like Steve Jobs I don't know what the hell he would have done with AI. I feel like it could be scary.
Yeah, it could be.
You know what I mean?
Oh, like he would have really
like gone all the way in, which is terrifying. They said that Amazon's going to lay off workers because of Troy's AI.
That's right.
Why is it my AI?
You love AI.
love it. It's like your best friend.
I like making pictures with my cat.
What's your cat's name?
Mr. Toots.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want people to, Amazon workers to lose their jobs.
Oh, they're gonna.
Oh, okay.
Well, if
That
I told
CEO.
you could have one thing, Amazon workers keep their jobs,
Yeah.
or you can make as many Toots pictures as you want. Which one of those two things are you picking?
You got me by the balls here, Sam.
Well, tell me the truth, please. Tell me the truth.
I'll take Toots pictures.
I thought so. I thought so.
They're so funny. I can literally make them do anything.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, there were people sending Toots animations of you with no braid in your beard.
I saw that.
After the show. Yeah.
I think I was called a white trash wizard.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, Amazon says AI is going to reduce the number of corporate jobs, change the way our work is done. So that's, I mean, what is it? Because they always say, like, AI is going to take this place. Like, when they were doing the Chipotle thing, they were like, AI is taking this. Well, what is AI actually doing? Like, in the case of Amazon, what jobs is AI taking? Because I don't think it's the factory jobs.
Well, they said that, he wasn't specific, but he said more jobs in the coming years will be replaced by generative AI. And then he said, you should really get interested in AI. Like, those are the jobs you'll be able to keep.
Fuck.
Familiarize yourself with it. Take classes about it. Like, get into it. We'll need fewer people doing some jobs that are being done today and more people doing other types of jobs.
I'm so glad I'm so uproarious and unpredictable. The AI can never do this.
No, they could never learn you.
No, never.
I could ingest every Sam Roberts show into AI,
right?
And it would spit out like, I don't know what he's going to say next. That's why I listen.
This morning, Travis was like, "You're not drinking coffee today."
Oh, fucked me up.
I'm drinking Coca-Cola. AI's not going to do that.
AI would never do that. And guess what? Even if it did say like, "Oh, well, Sam sometimes drinks Coca-Cola. Let me have a Coca-Cola today." Guess
It'd be
what?
like AI's broken.
No, that's a regular Coca-Cola.
Regular, not even a DC, RC.
I've never heard you say RC before. It's always DC. I got DC upstairs for you.
Sometimes there's a pizza place near me that has actual RC Cola, and I get RC Cola.
No.
No tip.
No tip. No, AI couldn't figure you out, buddy.
No, not by a long shot.
You're a snowflake in a good way.
In a good way.
Yeah.
Not like a
in a one
Malcolm way.
No. In the middle?
That Malcolm right
there.
that
Malcolm.
Yeah.
No, he's Manosphere.
He's Manosphere Malcolm.
That's right.
Malcolm, our Manosphere intern. Congratulations to the Florida Panthers.
Sure.
They won the Stanley Cup. I found out yesterday that the Stanley Cup finals were happening.
Oh.
I didn't know before yesterday. And it's always fun when you find out that the finals are happening and it's the final game. You know what I mean?
That night happens
It's
to
the
be-
most exciting. Like, I don't have to wait a week to find out who's going to win the series because I get to find out right now who the champions are. So, I mean, congratulations to them. But my attention was diverted when it comes to sport. Because I watched this trailer and I cannot wait to see this program. My favorite athlete of all time is getting his own E60.
Goldberg?
Goldberg is getting his own Saturday Night's Main Event.
I saw.
No.
Bill Goldberg?
Bill Goldberg. ESPN is doing an E60 on Jim Abbott. Jim Abbott, the greatest to ever do anything. This is a one-handed pitcher, and I'm watching this trailer that comes out, right? And first of all, they're interviewing him and stuff, but then they start showing the clips, and you forget, of course, they're talking about the no-hitter. And it was really interesting. Once the E60 comes out, I'm anxious to see if they're going to be featuring what was available at the merch booth during the no-hitter. Because
No, why?
Well, I mean,
why would they even show that? They didn't have special merch for the no-hitter they didn't know was going to happen.
Because there was a big section of the audience that was really more interested in the graffiti hats. There's a bit like that's what makes that no-hitter so special. Is not only did a man with one hand pitch a no-hitter in Yankee Stadium, but a fairly large chunk of the audience was like pouting because they didn't get a Yankees graffiti hat because their dad thought it looked stupid.
A fairly large section of the
That's
audience.
my understanding of the history of the event.
Did you send this trailer to your dad?
No, not yet. I'll talk to him about it today, I'm sure. But I mean,
you want to fill Malcolm in on what's going on?
All right, Malcolm. You know anything about baseball?
Not jack shit.
All right, good.
That's fine. That's fine. You don't have to.
You know slightly less than Sam.
Yeah.
Bazinga.
I just found out some stuff today. So Jim Abbott pitched for the New York Yankees. Okay? Jim Abbott only had one hand. Like, not like his other hand wasn't that good. Like, it was a hand and a nub. That's all. And he was this just remarkable guy because he was a very good pitcher. Like, pitched for the Yankees. And this was 93, 94. Like, Yankees, were building a team then.
He was good enough that he went to multiple teams.
Yeah, he was on the California Angels before he was with the Yankees. And I mean, he would do this amazing thing, right, where he would have his glove on his nub, and then he'd pitch with his hand, and then as soon as the ball got hit, he had this technique of flipping his glove so that then his glove would be on his hand so that he could catch if he needed to. And then if he caught it, he'd flip again so that he could throw it. It was crazy. It was the craziest thing you ever saw, just watching the dexterity of this guy. But I got to go to a Yankee game when I was a young boy. And my dad took me. He took the whole family. And
it wasn't just you two?
No, it was the family.
Oh, I thought all this time it was just the two of you.
Yeah, no, it was the family. And we used to always leave during the seventh inning or so, or whatever. So we go to the merch booth, and they have this great Yankees graffiti hat. Right, it's a white hat, and it says Yankees in graffiti letters. It's so cool. I was like, Dad, I got to get that hat. And he was like,
had a big to-do.
It was a big to-do. And I go, I got to get that hat. And he goes, no, it's a stupid hat. That's what he said.
This one?
Yep, that's the one. It goes for, by the way, pretty significant money on eBay these days. But that's the one. I was like, I got to get that hat. He goes, no, it's a stupid hat. And my dad was not the type to go, well, I'm going to say no, but you'll be able to wear me down. Like, for my dad, first answer was last answer. You know what I mean? Like, he gave you the answer. It was like, it's a no. Like, no, I'm not spending $45 on a stupid graffiti hat. And so I pouted. And I went back to the seat and I pouted. And we're watching this game. And it's not even dawning on me that nobody's hitting the pitches that Jim Abbott is throwing. Like, this is something incredible is happening. And my dad, who's an actual baseball fan, I'm going, can we just go home? And my dad, first of all, he could give two shits about what mood I'm in because he realizes what's happening in front of him. And he goes, guys, we are staying for the game. Something could happen.
Oh, and he doesn't want to say it, right?
He won't say it.
I would do the same thing.
Something could happen. And my dad is not a Yankees fan. In fact, he hates the Yankees. But loves baseball. And so the fact that history could be happening, something could happen. And I go, what could happen? I don't have my hat. What could happen? And then something happens. At the end of the game, Jim Abbott pitches a no-hitter. Like a perfect, like a no-hitter.
Not perfect.
But I wanted to explain no-hitter, and then I realized a perfect game was something else besides a no-hitter. But he pitches a no-hitter, and he's got one hand, and he's in Yankee Stadium. And I mean, the billing is going nuts. People who like the Yankees are, of course, losing their minds, but people who don't even like the Yankees, like my dad, are losing their minds because we just got to witness in person baseball history that nobody will. This will never be duplicated.
You have to.
Nobody will ever come close.
Appreciate it.
And I was pouting the whole way out about my hat.
Fuck this.
Yeah, I was pissed. I was like, I don't even know what the big deal is.
There's one on eBay.
Right.
It is not in the best condition.
Right.
It's $145.
See, would you just have let me bought the hat?
A perfect condition with tags.
Ooh.
Recently sold.
Yeah.
For $450.
Holy shit.
See, I got fucked.
You lost money.
And I lost. I could have had that hat. Now it's going to cost me an arm and a leg, all due respect to Mr. Abbott. And, what did I really get in exchange? Oh, I got to see a guy with one hand pitch a no-hitter. Oh.
I mean, yeah, this one sold for $450, and it is in perfect condition.
It is in perfect condition. It's a beautiful hat. It's so cool.
That would have cost you like $20 at the time.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. But so they're doing an E60, which is ESPN's segment series. Like, it's not like a full length doc, but and it's also usually not like scandalous, like a 30 for 30 might be.
No, yeah.
But just about what an amazing dude this Jim Abbott was. And by the way, I mean, later in life, I quickly realized, like when I got back to school on Monday and like all my friends that like baseball were like, holy shit, you went to that game?
I was there.
That's when I was like, okay, maybe I can stop.
Yeah,
pouting
it was
about
really
the hat.
sick. It was so awesome.
Yeah,
we should have been there.
Yeah, it was
It was
amazing.
dope.
It was amazing. You couldn't have pried me out of my seat, I said.
Yeah, the bats were missing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not one bat was hitting
No,
the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't get a hat, though.
Yeah, but anyway, how you guys keeping the sun out of your eyes? Here's the trailer for Jim Abbott's E60. Look at the man right there. That guy rules.
It does.
When you were a kid, you know, you said you felt like at times you were an outsider. When you're pitching for the Yankees, you can't feel like an outsider anymore, right?
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jim Abbott.
Hi, I'm Jim Abbott. Hi, I'm Jim Abbott, and I'm a pitcher.
Remarkable young man. He's learned to handle what he calls his situation, being born without a right hand.
Jim Abbott defied the laws of Major League Baseball.
Wade Boggs, baby. That's my guy.
This isn't some charity case. Jim Abbott was a hell of a pitcher. The guy's got some balls, man, to be able to do this stuff.
Outstanding defensive play by Jim Abbott. Come on.
It was like the World Series when he pitched. Tons of cameras watching everything he does.
I didn't want to be inspirational. It struck the wrong chord with me and became uncomfortable.
He threw a no-hitter at Yankee Stadium.
Oh, he did?
Which is amazing. I don't care how many limbs you have.
He did it! He did it!
Yeah, I don't.
No hitter for Jim Abbott!
What's been taken away once will be given back twice.
Are they going to cover the hats?
You have to believe
I didn't see anything about that.
Let the shameful wall of exclusion.
But this is just 2 minutes.
Finally, come
The trailer.
down.
Yeah.
One hat makes all the difference.
One hat
Oh,
to
one
end
game,
all
sorry.
hat. Oh, sorry.
One game.
See, the man, the greatest. I don't know that you could ever show me anything that I'd be like, well, that's cooler than Jim Abbott pitching a no-hitter. Maybe the hat. But other than that, I don't think there's anything cooler than Jim Abbott pitching a no-hitter.
It's
That's
one
amazing.
of the great stories.
It's amazing.
I'm trying to think of something that's cooler.
And Jim,
I mean,
how did you feel about the fact that, like, even in your moment of great triumph, so many of the Yankees faithful were disappointed that their dads didn't let them get a hat?
I hope we get him in to promote this.
Yeah.
Because I will make sure you ask that question.
Oh, yeah.
We should get your dad in for that, too.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah. And be like, yeah, the two of us were at the... Oh, that's great. Father-son bonding. Wow, I wasn't in the best mood.
If we book him, I will absolutely get your father in studio.
He would love that.
Yeah, I know.
It's crazy, too, that he was like, pitcher is the position for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can't hit.
Right. Yeah, that's true. That's
So
true.
that's what
He
you got.
did have a couple at-bats.
He did.
just to-
And he got some hits.
Yeah.
Got some RBIs.
Yeah.
No,
Nuts.
it's incredible. The only thing that I can think of that's as impressive is when Lex Luger body slammed Yokozuna.
That's true. Although Bobby Heenan said it was a hip toss.
That is true.
Yeah.
There's some controversy behind
That's right.
that.
That's right. He did it with a steal.
No, this is incredible. I can't wait to watch this.
Yeah, no, me too. That's coming out on July the 13th. So yeah. Matt?
Maybe buy yourself a hat.
$450?
Yeah. You got it.
Matt in New Jersey?
What's up, Sammy?
What's up, bro?
Hey, I was at a work function. Jim Abbott was the guest speaker.
That's awesome.
What are you in a prop plane?
Yeah, yes, I am. And he comes out. By the way, Troy, awesome job answering.
Thanks, buddy.
So he comes out. Well, he comes out, and I'm just waiting because there's a couple smart asses who work for the company, and then it happened. Somebody screamed, "Hey, Abbott!"
No,
it's the best, dude.
Oh.
Robin Hood Men in Tights shout out. Peace.
Listen, I love Robin Hood Men in Tights, but not to Jim Abbott.
No, it's
of all
disrespectful.
people. Hey, Abbott!
You know how many times he's heard that?
I mean, too many times. He's like, I pitched a no-hitter with one hand in
I
Yankee
shouldn't
Stadium.
even been good.
Right.
Not only was I good, I was good enough to get into baseball. Not only was I good enough to get into baseball, I stuck around for many years.
I mean, it'd be remarkable if he ran track and field.
Anything. Well, I mean, let's not be disrespectful to the guy.
It'd be remarkable.
If he could run track
There's a
and
guy
field.
running track and field with one hand, I'd be like, I got to see this.
You know, hands are different than feet.
I know that they're different, but you still, like, how many... Okay, your daughter's on track and field,
That's
right?
Yeah, she has two hands.
Big surprise. How many people on the track have two hands? Percentage-wise?
100.
Imagine seeing someone with one hand running track and field.
I'd be like, oh, okay.
I'd be like, that's wild, dude. Because like some people go like, what's faster, to ball up your fist when you run?
It's already balled.
Or, because you got a baton?
Yeah.
Oh, but imagine
No,
that.
no, because he doesn't have a
Oh,
fist.
nub?
Yeah, it's
or
a nub.
like some run like with the, you know, the edges. But if you only got one hand.
All right.
Probably more aerodynamic.
Very possibly. Very,
You
very.
ever see those people? There's people that run with one leg.
Yeah.
They're amazing. Although I don't think
Oscar
they
Pistorius.
I don't think they should be allowed to use the fake leg.
What? They gotta just hobble?
I think so.
You think they should only run with one?
Wow, if I had a robot leg, I'd run pretty
You think
fast
it's like
too.
performance-enhancing drugs
I do.
almost?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do, because there's a spring on it, you know? You could see it. You could see it springing.
Well, yeah, but it's made to be like an actual leg, not like a bouncy thing.
Okay, well.
I mean, it's still impressive.
Yeah, but...
I see people skate like that.
Like skateboard?
Skateboard with one
Yeah.
leg.
That's cool.
That is cool.
But imagine if they did it with just the one leg.
That's incredible.
That'd be hard. Then they'd just be hopping.
And
They wouldn't
that's
be
Jim
running.
Abbott. Jim Abbott didn't have a robot hand. He had a nub.
Yeah.
Okay?
Or a claw. He could have gone claw at some point. But
He
no,
could have
he's
gotten
stuck with-
like Dr. Claw.
Yeah, that
or
would've
even a
been
hook,
best.
like Captain Hook.
Yeah.
Claw would have been cool.
Claw would have been.
Imagine spearing a baseball with a claw.
Oh,
Man,
just-
that would have been sick.
Every time Jim catches it, we need to get a new ball. Yeah. So it'll be great. All right, guys, listen. We're off tomorrow due to company holiday. Company holiday.
You
Now,
wanted to work.
I wanted to. I said, please. And McClure said, I don't think it's a good idea. So we're not doing it. So we're off tomorrow. So we will be back on Monday. I want everybody to have a great weekend. Let's all have some fun. And we'll talk again soon. Have a good one.
This has been Sam Roberts Show. If you missed anything or want to hear it all over again, check out Sam Roberts Show on the SXM app.